Hello, hello. Uh-oh, my camera is malfunctioning.
Oh,
How are you guys? Your camera. Okay, just gotta change my camera. Bear
I'm
with
good.
me.
And you?
I am doing great. Let's see what is going on. That is a weird avatar. That is not me. What's going on? Start video. Okay, there we go. I'm so sorry for that. Thank you guys for joining. I know I am so excited to teach you guys all about ChatGPT and kvCore. I am so sorry for the messy background. I was not able to secure a meeting room for today. So I am in my office, but I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to get right into it. We have so much to cover, and I also want to give you guys time to ask questions at the end. I do ask that you refrain from writing in the chat box or unmuting yourself, as it can cause like a distraction. If you could just maybe write your questions down, because I don't have a moderator here to help me go through the chat and look at the chat and all of that. At the end, I will ask if anyone has questions and we can go over any questions that you have at that time, just because we have so much to cover. So I did go ahead and create a little slideshow for you guys. I have here Unlocking Success with kvCore, Harnessing the Power of ChatGPT. So if you don't know what ChatGPT is, it is an AI sort of chat. It is free. There are different chats to use. Some of them are slower. They give different answers. So the one I use is OpenAI. I'm going to go over that. It is free. You just create an account and you can start using it. So what we're going to go over is I'm going to show you guys sort of like the basic organization and setup of kvCore, just for anyone who hasn't used kvCore that much and kind of has been struggling with that. So we're just going to go over that quickly. And then I will show you guys how to use ChatGPT to create custom pages on your website, landing pages to generate leads, campaigns for automatic follow-up, SEO to drive organic traffic to your website, blogs to do the same thing, and newsletters to stay in front of those leads that you're having. I tend to go quickly. I tend to talk fast and go over things. So if that's the case, I'm sorry. I'm trying to fit everything into this one session for you guys. This will be recorded, so I will send it out to you. I love to, every time I'm done with a webinar, clip it into sections for you guys, almost like a course, so you can go back and do one thing at a time. So I will do that for you guys. I'll work on that over the weekend and get it to you. And if you can't stay the whole time, I completely understand. As I said, this will be recorded. Also, being at home, it does come with some cons. So if you hear noise in the background, I'm so sorry. I'm going to try and speak loudly so you guys can hear me. So some of the key features inside of kvCore that I'm going to go over is the lead generation tools, how you can be generating leads, such as the landing pages, lead capture forms, automated lead follow-up, which is your campaigns, the CRM, so all the different tools inside the CRM, how you can be organizing your contacts, hashtagging them, website development. Something really cool about ChatGPT is that it has taught me how to develop my own website using code, which I could never do before. So it's pretty amazing. I probably won't go too deep into that. It's a little more advanced, but I will show you guys what I'm talking about. Marketing automation, email campaigns, social media, things like that. Analytics, how you can be tracking things that are coming on to, leads that are coming on your website, if they're opening the emails that you're sending out. Integration capabilities, how you can be using your MLS on your website and things like that. The mobile app, and collaboration tools. If you have a team or if you're thinking of getting a team later on, kvCore does have a team option for you. So that way you can share leads. Let me just make sure this is recording. Yeah, this is recording. You can have a lead pawn, you can distribute leads, you can see when your agents are logging in, just to kind of stay on top of them, especially if you're providing them with leads. Alrighty, so let me go into kvCore. I'm just going to show you some of the basic things that I normally set up when I'm helping agents get their kvCore up and running. So the first thing you're going to want to do before you even get access to kvCore, you have to request access. I've had people join my webinars and they said they didn't even have access yet. So I just want to go ahead and let everybody know you do have to request access through Enterprise. Once you get your access accepted, you'll be able to log in and you'll have full access. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click on your name on the right-hand side. I'll try to go a little bit slow, so if anyone wants to follow along, they can do that. So you're just going to click on your name and click Edit Profile. And this is one of the most basic things you should have set up. You should have your name. I added Realtor to the end of that. You can have eXp Realty. You can say specializing in, or if you're in the military, you could say, military or VA or whatever you want to have on there, anything that represents you, your photo, contact information. One of the tips I always give my agents is use your personal phone number and your personal email. If you want to create one specifically for business, or if you want to get a business phone, I would do that, just so that way you are not tied to kvCore. So meaning that you're not tied to kvCore and you're not tied to EXP, because a lot of agents are using their EXP website. Their EXP email address. But once you, I don't want to say once, but if you decide to leave EXP, which I see some agents doing, all of the leads that you have been emailing are going to have that EXP email. If you don't change right here, this from email, you can also change this email as well. As you can see, both of mine are the same. This will change your login. Some agents will change it, forget, and then they can't log in. So just be mindful of that. But I would say to do that just so you have full access to your email. Your leads will always have your email if that's something that you want to do. And then the phone, there's a number inside of kvCore. It's called the kvCore Smart number. This number is assigned to you if you purchase the personal number. So everybody gets a smart number, but if you want a personal number, you have to purchase it. All you can choose is the area code. You cannot choose the entire number. You just choose the area code, but this number, you can be certain that you will get every single phone call, every single text message. Because if you don't purchase a smart number and you do decide to use that number here in your kvCore on your marketing, and someone tries to call you, you may not get that call due to the fact that this is a shared number. So if you click here and you go to phone, you'll be able to see your smart number. So if you paid for one, it'll have your name and everything. But if you didn't, you'll see that it says rotate through all agents. So this means it's a shared number. So if you're texting people from the number, you're using text messages in your campaigns, you're texting people, calling people, and they try to call you back, because kvCore is a dialer. If you have the mobile app, you can dial. So if you're doing that and they call you back, it will be rerouted. So I hope I didn't go too long on that, but I just wanted you to be aware. I always say use your personal contact information, so there's no problems with that. Be sure to set up all of your social media. This will show up on your website on the top right. But yeah, so your about me, I trying to make mine a little bit fancier, put photos, things like that. You don't have to do that. But I do recommend a fancy signature, just because on every single email that is going out, you're going to have this at the bottom of every email, right? So you want to make sure that they're following you on social media. They can click on what's my home worth, search for homes, and they see a professional image of you with your contact information. So definitely highly recommend that. And that is about it for the profile. We're going to go ahead and save. The next thing I highly recommend, I'm just going to go down the list because kvCore there's so many moving parts to it. So I don't want to seem like I'm jumping around. I'm just going to kind of go down the list to go over everything, and then we'll get into the ChatGPT. Before you come in kvCore and you set up any type of campaigns or do anything inside of kvCore, you want to make sure that you have uploaded all of your leads. If you have no leads, you want to upload every single person in your phone. There are ways to do that. There are apps where you can export. If you go in the App Store and you look up export contacts or something along those lines, you'll find an app that will turn your address book into a CSV file, and you can import that. So when you're importing your leads, it does have to be in CSV. So just so you know that. So once everyone is, in here, then you can start to organize. Actually, I recommend organizing prior to importing. So there is a sheet in kvCore, which I will show you how you can organize your spreadsheet before you import it to kvCore. Because the problem is, if you have 500 people in your phone and you upload them, now you have to go individually through those 5 people to import all of their information or to organize into these different categories. So if you do it on the spreadsheet, so much easier, because kvCore can be a little bit slow. So once you're in your smart CRM and you kind of have some sort of organization going, or at least have your leads in here, you can do something called a filter. So you just click on filter once you're in your smart CRM, and you'll be able to filter through all of your leads. Something that I recently started using is a little bit more of the advanced filters. So if you click on behavior, you can actually search people that do not have a search alert and do not have a market report and do not have a campaign. So this is cool for those agents that have been kind of keeping up with their kvCore, but they just kind of want to know, what is everybody getting? I want to make sure everybody is on something. So you can see who's not on a search alert, not on a market report, not on a campaign. But these other filters, you can just search through, who are these, who are my buyers, who are my sellers, my renters, search by hashtag, things like that. Just basic filters. You can also see who has an address. That way you can set up a home valuation. See who doesn't have a birthday, so you can set up a birthday. So that's what I mean. I don't just use, has a birthday. I also use no birthday for a specific reason. So I hope that made sense. But once you have found your leads that you're looking for, you're simply going to click on them. And once you're in the lead profile, you can do a lot of different things, which I'm going to go over. But really quick, I just want you to know that you can also mass add a tag or change a status. I'm going to show you what I mean. So if you click on these leads, let's say these 3 people right here are my neighbors, right? I just added them. They're all my neighbors. And I want to add a hashtag to all of them, but I don't want to do it one at a time. You're going to click on more actions, right? You're going to select all, more actions. And
Alyssa, I think your screen is frozen. It's not moving around. Like, we're still on your contact information page.
Oh no, hold on a second. Let's do that again. Thank you for telling me that. Can you see now my smart CRM?
It's still your contact information social media page.
I see the smart CRM page.
I see the smart
I see
CRM.
it too.
Oh, okay. Maybe your screen
Me
is
too.
frozen.
Maybe it's my screen.
Sorry. Maybe you want to X out and then come right back.
Will do.
Alrighty. Thank you. So I will keep it moving. So you can select all 3 of these people, more actions, and you can change the status, right? So if you want to put all of these on maybe you want to put them under sphere, right? Because you know these people, you can click sphere, update status, and all three of them will move to sphere. So instead of saying new lead prospect, they'll all say sphere. So that's one way to categorize. You can also categorize using tags. So maybe this is your neighbor, you want to add a hashtag. You can just type in neighbor. You do not have to add the pound or hashtag symbol. Just like that, and then click update tag. You should see it update automatically. If not, you can refresh. Just a little disclaimer, as I said it before, kvCore is kind of slow, so just give it a moment and then you should see the changes made. So that is just a quick tip for, kind of mass organizing. But if there are some other things that you want to set up, such as, campaigns, home valuations, things like that, you do have to do individually. Also, this buyer, seller, renter, vendor, agent, that also has to be done individually, unfortunately. So if you're importing your leads and you don't have them labeled buyer, seller, renter, vendor, agent, they're all going to be put in. And if you don't have them labeled sphere, prospect, new lead, active lead, they're all going to be put in as a new buyer lead. And this can cause problems if you have campaigns running for buyers, because they're all going to just go on that buyer campaign. So if you're uploading agents, maybe that you want to use for agent attraction. If you're uploading, family, now they're all just going to get the same campaign. So that's why it's important to organize before you import. So as I said before, you can, change the status, add a hashtag, change the, this is actually the type, change the type, change the status, or you can add search alerts. So search alerts are to send properties. So you'll just click add, you'll go through and add all of the criteria. So the area, you can also draw it on the map, what type of listing, price, all of that. And then you're just going to go ahead and set the alert, or you can save and send if you want to send it right now. And that will get turned on for you. Oops. The next thing you can set up is a campaign. I'm going to go over how to create a campaign. I'm really excited to show you guys this because you can create basically any campaign for any type of lead, and you are going to position yourself as a professional with relevant information, and it's just going to be amazing. But once you have all of your campaigns in here, you can just click add and you can go down the list. So as you can see, I have created tons of campaigns. I've been going a little crazy with it, but you will have so many to choose from. So for example, this person replies and says, hey, Alyssa, please remove me from the list because I have moved out of Orlando. I'm no longer in that area. Thank you. Instead of removing her, I can let her know that we are actually a global brokerage and we can help her no matter where she's at. And if it's okay that we stay connected for that reason. So if she decides later that she needs an agent, you see what I'm saying? So for any scenario, instead of someone just unsubscribing or not getting relevant information, you can just switch up the campaign and keep it moving. So that's one thing you can do, is make sure that your campaigns are running. So another thing, if you did set up a campaign, you want to make sure that it's running properly. So if you get a new lead, just check on that. If you have two campaigns running, that's a problem and we need to fix it. And I'll kind of go over that when I get to the campaigns. Market report. This is pretty cool. You can do it by neighborhood. You can do it by city. And it just shows them sort of like statistics. It's very simple. It's very simple, but it's effective, because I have seen agents set up market reports for all their past clients and then got 2 listings like a week later because they stayed top of mind. So that's why it's important to set up these communications for your leads. And that's why you probably see me posting about it a lot, telling agents to do this, because I've seen the success that it brings. So even if you have a lot of even if you have a lot of leads, just take the time to go in there and set up all of these communications. That way you can go about showing your houses or going on vacation, and they're still going to be contacted. You're still going to be top of mind, and you're still going to be making money. So The other thing that you can do is a core present. This is just sort of like a listing valuation, not a listing valuation, listing presentation. So if you click on core present, you can kind of just go through it and put the address of the property. It'll pull up the comps. Then you can just use that address, show you very quickly. It will bring up all of the comps. You can go next to skip to presentation if you just want to go straight there, or you can build the CMA. I'll click build CMA. And then that way you can see what it looks like. This is the CMA. It just tells you the price of most recently sold, average, pending, things like that. And then you can do create presentation, or you could just save the CMA only if you just want to send that. And then it'll create a presentation for you. So you can change like the mode and theme if you want to make it look more, fancy. But basically what this does is shows them a little bit about your marketing. It shows them the comps, and you can also attach things on here. So like a listing agreement link, a net sheet, a video link. You can open the presentation if you're at their house. You can email it, download it, print it, whatever you want to do. You can even send it in a link, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Some brokerages don't even have this option, which is pretty cool that we do have it. So it just talks about the value of an agent, shows the comps, and that's it. Why pricing is important. So if you're like, I don't have a buyer or listing presentation, you can just use this. I know it's not very, like, we could probably add more personalized things on here. And it does give you an option to like delete pages and add pages. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's core present. Go and play with that for a little bit. And then there's the listing valuation. So this is what I was talking about. If you have the address, say you have a lot of leads, you can filter through and say who has an address. That way you're not going through hundreds of pages of leads. You're just finding the leads that you have that have an address, and make sure you also select is subscribed, because then now you're not going through leads that have already unsubscribed to your emails. So that's why the filter is cool. That's why I showed you that, because it can help you so you're not getting overwhelmed when you're going to organize. So if you have the address, what I do is I just copy it straight from here. So if you have the address, it'll be there, copy, and then listing valuation, paste, and save. It's going to show you the valuation. It's going to tell you how much their home is worth, or they think it's worth. This can be inaccurate. So if you, what I would do is create maybe like an email template and let them know, hey, I set up a home valuation for you. This tends to be sometimes inaccurate. If you're looking for a more accurate valuation, let me know. I would be happy to send it over to you. It'd probably be more beneficial if you send a video. I'm really big on video just because I help so many agents set up their kvCore, and only a small percentage of them add the video, and they are seeing success like quick, like 2 weeks later, they got a listing. I haven't seen that too much without the video, unless it's like a past client that already knows you. So you do want to record video, because that's really going to help them get to know who you are and not feel shy to call you. You know what I mean? They're going to feel like they know you, kind of like someone that you're following on social media. You see them all the time, and you feel like you know them. So that's the relationship that you want to build. Seller report, this kind of just shows them a report. I don't use this. It's not very like thorough or anything. This is if you have a listing, you can send them some information about who's in your system. I believe I don't use that too much. I can't go too deep on that. So, but this is how you are going to organize, stay in front of your leads. The next thing you can do is if you click on profile details, you'll be able to add in their birthday. That's weird how it's adding these funny letters. Right over here to the right, you'll see birthday. I highly recommend you send an email, a mass email, try to capture people's birthday. Or if you already have their birthday, maybe your family, you can set it up here and send an email text, toggle that on. This is going to send in a birthday email and text or text. So kvCore actually sends text messages first over email. So if they have the phone number and they are subscribed, it will send them the text first. It will prioritize the text over the email. If they don't have a number, it'll send an email. Either way, I would do this so that way you make your clients feel special. The other thing you can do, and you can edit that message, by the way, you can see what it says and edit and maybe add a video, something like that. Same thing with the closed. So all of your past clients should be in here under maybe closed or sphere with hashtag past client with the closing date, with a market report, with a home valuation. So you can really stay on top of your past clients. But definitely I would put that in here, send the anniversary email and text, birthday, and you're golden. All right, so everything else, you can kind of fill this out if you want to, but you don't have to, spouse, information, stuff like that. This will help you build a deeper connection with them, just because you can call them and say, hey, how is Todd doing? You know what I'm saying? And that really helps build the connection. So that is organizing the CRM. You can also add these tabs up here like I have done. You'll just select the filter that you want to put up here. So the type of lead, so you'll go in and say, okay, maybe you want all your past clients. You're going to click close, or hashtag is past client. And then and this is especially important if you find yourself filtering a lot just to find specific leads. This is going to be amazing. So then you can click on save filter, name the filter. So I could say these are my past clients. And then you can say pin to the top and save new filter, and you'll see it right up here at the top, past client. And then you just click it and you'll see a list of all your past clients. Alrighty, so that is the CRM in a nutshell. You can do mass email, mass text. Just so you know, these will go out right away. There's another way to schedule out an email, which I'll show you that, but this way you'll have to go page by page. So let's say I have, 1,000 agents, or I'm sorry, 1,000 leads in here. Then you will have to go page by page to send the mass email. It's not going to send to everyone at once. You'll have to go page by page. So if you're trying to hit a large number of leads in a mass email, then I would go the scheduling route. Text message, you can't schedule a text message, so you'll have to go page by page regardless. And it'll only do 250 per page. So you'll have to click the checkbox, press the mass email or mass text button, and then send it out. The video message, there is a subscription inside of kvCore for BombBomb. It's Core Video, but it's BombBomb. $27 a month, I believe, $30. But you will have a whole video library integration. So you can just record for your campaigns, and have access to those videos always. So like say you want to record a happy birthday video, you can do that and reuse it for everyone every year. They're not going to remember that, a year. Don't worry about that. But if you don't have the video integration, there's another way to use video, yes. But you will have to upload to YouTube or Vimeo or have it on some other platform and then put it into your email, which would require you having to put the video on YouTube as unlisted, if you don't want those videos public, because the emails that you're going to be sending out, the videos you're going to be sending out in the email might be more personal, and so you don't want it on your YouTube channel. I hope that makes sense. But there are ways to go around the whole BombBomb video integration if you don't want to subscribe. So there's that. Another thing I recommend is exporting your leads every so often. Just so that way, again, if you lose access to your kvCore, you will have all of those leads, no problem. So just export, you'll have it in your email, or you can download it, keep it, whatever. So yeah, and there's also a voicemail integration. So you can just do a voicemail drop. You just record your voice, send it out. So there's a bunch of cool features I'll go over once we get to marketplace. For now, we're going to go over to listings. I'm just going to show you how you can start getting leads without having to hire someone to do a Facebook ad or whatever. So the first thing I want to show you is that I don't know if it's kvCore. I don't know what's going on, but if you have a listing currently, it's supposed to be under my listings. For some agents, this is not showing up. And that's a problem, especially when you're trying to boost your listing. So what you can do is go into manual listings and add it. And I know that's a pain in the butt because it should be there and it's not, and now you have to do this work. But if you really want to do it, you can do it manually. Just add listing and you'll just add all the information, just like the MLS, but not so much in depth. And there you go. You can boost it. But going back to MLS listings, if you don't have a listing, you can ask any of these agents, hey, do you mind if I boost this? You can have, if you have a team or someone on your team, whatever, you can actually filter through and only choose agency listings. So these are going to be all EXP listings or listing agent. So if you know an agent and they said, yes, you can do that. So you just search the agent's name and you'll see their listing. So it's pretty cool. Otherwise, you would just click on it and right over here, you'll see that agent's information. You can just call them, email them and say, hey, do you mind? I don't think they will mind. Some agents probably do. I don't know. But once you have secured a property that you want to boost, make sure it's a good property that people are going to click on. A nice property, because with like investment properties, you can't really add too much information. So you just want, homes that are highly sought after, I guess. That makes sense. But you'll come here, click on the property, and then just click boost. There you go. Super easy. And what this does is it runs a Facebook ad for you. Once it loads, I'll show you. You can click listing, open house. If you're going to do an open house over the weekend, you can start boosting that. Price reduction, if you just recently lowered the price or sold a property. You can change the photo, select new image. And you can change the, upload the new photo. Or no, choose the photo, sorry. Just in case maybe that first photo is not so hot. You can display the price. Some people don't like to put the price, kind of grabs them in, wants to know the price. Display image overlay. So if this was like an open house, then it would say open house, price reduced. And then you're just going to make sure that it goes to your site. Default site, if you have a team, I'd be careful with that. Make sure you're choosing the correct domain. You can target other cities. I recently spoke with an agent who started selling these condos in Miami, and she was targeting like South America and, got in touch with some international investors. So you can target other areas if you like. You'll just click change targeting. I'm not sure if you can do this on here, actually. Hold on a second. Yep, you can. So you'll just move this around wherever you want to put it, target size, and then save. And then you can target a different area. So in case people are moving to Florida, you can do that. The agent I spoke with, I think she did her own ad on Facebook. But for some agents, that's way too much, going into the Meta Business Suite and setting up this and the analytics. And sometimes this is so much easier and it's effective. I've seen agents get lots of leads using this, depending on the amount of money that you're putting in. So as you can see, there's a $45 one. You'll see 8 to 12 contacts. This is just a rough number. They're not promising that. I can't tell you that you're always going to get leads, and I can't tell you you're always going to get 12 contacts, but I can tell you that it works because I've done it. I've seen agents do it. Just make sure that you have a campaign running and ready for those leads. So you're not just running ads and then they're not being contacted with, because it's very important that any leads that you're paying for, you're connecting with them right away and building a connection so you're not wasting your money. So we are going to just select the price that we want to run. So this one is 3 days, 7 days, 21 days, 4 weeks. And then just put your card information there and it will boost it for you. You will get an email after you boost and it will say finish boost or something like that. Do not fall for that. kvCore is trying to get you to boost it again. It's already boosted. Once you see after you pay, it says boosted, it's boosted. Don't worry about boosting again. That they're trying to keep this campaign going, but if you don't want to do that, don't do that. All right, so I hope that was helpful. There are other ways. If you don't want to spend any money, you can manually post yourself. So if you click on more actions, you can post to Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Craigslist. As soon as you click it, it will take you over to that platform and try to post it for you. You can add some verbiage on there. Oh, I'm not doing that right now. But yeah, it'll take you there so you can just post it. Another way to post is just by taking this link right here. This is going to take them directly to the listing with your information on it. Okay, so they can request a showing, all of that cool stuff. So you can just take this URL here and post it, and then you can add whatever verbiage you want. I'm going to show you how ChatGPT can help you do that. Let me just keep going. I'm getting too excited. So this is how you can generate leads. Once you have your leads in, you'll want to go into marketing, right? You want to have your campaign set up. So we're going to go into marketing. Anytime I think of marketing, because some people get lost in kvCore, is you're sending something out, right? That's why there's a paper airplane. You're sending something out. So I'm going to click on Smart Campaigns. I'm also going to go over the schedule mass email like I promised. We basically touched search alerts, all these other things. Here's where you'll find birthdays and anniversaries as well. You can go through and edit those messages. If you have been using kvCore for a long time and you've been adding all these hashtags and you're like, I don't know what the hashtags are, you can click hashtag manager. It will go and show you all of these hashtags. So I'm just trying to cover all of this so we can go into campaigns. Behavioral automation. This is communications that are going to go out automatically based on the behavior of the lead. So if they're looking at a bunch of property, let's say they revisited after 14 days, they visited the site 5 times in the last week. It's not going to send all of these. Once it sends one, it's not going to keep going so they don't get bombarded, but it is going to send them like a message, and you can edit the message. Hey, I'm glad you're able to spend time on my site again. So this kind of just automatically messages them based on what they're doing. You can turn this off or you can turn it on. That's up to you. Okay, so we're going to get into the smart campaigns. I'm going to show you what is a campaign, and then I'm going to show you how to make the campaign. So this is going to be fun. So in here, you'll see my campaigns. These are any campaigns that you have added from your kvCore library, or any campaigns that you have shared through the token. So all of these campaigns that I have, I share with my agents that come to me for a setup. So I just share using a token. So there's a code to share the campaigns. Pretty cool. Or you just added it manually, you created your own campaigns. They'll all be right here. Also, kvCore has a library of campaigns already in here, so you can take a look at those. Truthfully, I have a lot of agents tell me that they're very generic, basic, they don't like it, and that's why I've started going down the rabbit hole of creating campaigns, because I wanted to show up for my agents. So any type of lead, you can just create a campaign for it. These are very basic ones. I'll show you how to find motivated sellers, starter home investment. Like this, it's okay, but it's like you want to be more specific. That's the problem. It's not specific, it's very general, and clients can tell when you're just sending mass emails and unsubscribe, they don't want to see you anymore. So that's why like I've said, I've created all these campaigns and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So yeah, so once you're in your kvCore, I'm just gonna show you one. I'm sorry, once you're in your campaigns, you're gonna see, you can click on it. You click on it, it's gonna tell you the title of the campaign, what this campaign is about, the sharing token for the campaign, and if it's going to always run, yada, yada. So I'm going to click edit, and I'm going to show you what this means in case you ever land on the screen when you're creating a campaign and you're like, what the heck is this? You'll know what to do. Okay. So the campaign logic, it says right here, start campaign when. When are we starting this campaign? That's what kvCore wants to know. You can say when there's a new lead, when the contact was transferred to you, when there's a hashtag, and those are the three basic options you can choose. If you don't see anything there that you're looking for, or you want to add multiple triggers, then you can click advanced trigger. Right here, advanced trigger, it'll take off these options and open up where you can create your own triggers, right? So here you can click lead is transferred. You can click assign to lender. There is a way to add your lender, but that's only if they have kvCore. Email. So if the email is empty, maybe you could send them a text. So there's different ways to get a campaign started. Usually what I use is either status or hashtag or source. So I'm going to show you that. Hashtag. So this campaign is for agent attraction, right? So maybe I want to use a hashtag recruit. Maybe I want to use another, let's say, status. No, maybe not status. Maybe I want to do another hashtag, right? Another hashtag, and I could say agent. So anytime I tag someone in my kvCore as an agent or a recruit, it'll automatically trigger on this campaign. So that's why it's important to have your kvCore organized based off of hashtags. And stuff like that, right? So we're going to go ahead and set that up. You can also do by source. So if you have Zillow leads or you're paying for different leads, you could come in here and search for that. So there's Boomtown, Google leads. Let's see what else they got. The property boost, right? If you're running a property boost, you want it to turn on for those leads coming from property boost. Listening to leads, Mojo. So like if this is starting to sound familiar, you kind of get an idea. Okay, this campaign is going to start for any of my leads that are coming in from Mojo or Zillow, right? And then you can also do system source. So like if they're coming from your direct website, you may want to have a different campaign for people that are coming from your direct website versus people that you're manually adding. Due to the fact that maybe that first email is going to say, thank you for visiting my website. So this is the importance of having the campaign set up correctly, having the trigger set up correctly, and having your CRM organized. So another thing is, which one did we not go over? So the email and phone, I'm going to go over that again. So it says empty. So if you get a new lead and automatically the cell phone number is empty, you can have a campaign that maybe is just one email and says, hey, I noticed that we didn't have your phone number on file. Would you mind sharing that? That way, automatically, it's like, what's your phone number? Right? So there's different triggers to turn on the campaign. So I'm going to take those off. Always run. This is important because if you have different buyer campaigns, let's say you have a first-time home buyer, a regular buyer, a luxury buyer, and you have all these different buyer campaigns, VA buyer. If you get a new lead buyer, guess what? All of those campaigns are going to turn on and they're going to get all those emails and all those text messages. They're going to get they're going to get freaked out. They're going to be like, unsubscribe me right now. So make sure that your always run is set to no, unless it is the only campaign that you have running for that specific status, hashtag, and everything. I always just say no. I just say no, because I don't want that to ever happen, right? So as long as the triggers match up, it's going to run regardless. This means that it's always going to run on top of another campaign. So I just say no. And you can learn more about this if you go to the kvCore, the Inside Real Estate blogs. They talk about this, so you can read more in depth of like scenarios of, what would happen. But I just say no. I try to be as safe as possible. I say no. And then you can click on next, and then you can go to the next section. Why is it not letting me? Okay. All right. So once you're on the next section, you can click if it's for an agent, if it's a buyer, seller, renter, vendor, or agent, or all leads. Then you can go to details and name it, the description, and then you can finally save it. So this is important because if you're creating a campaign, you want it to turn on for the lead that you're intending it for, and you don't want any problems. So I just wanted to go over that. Also, if you're adding a campaign from the library, it will, like if you click on it and click clone, it will open this up and you're going to be like, what the heck? So now you know what to do. So that is the campaigns. I'm going to go back and show you sort of like how to read a campaign. So if you just scroll down, this is day 1. So right away, they're going to get an email from me inviting them to learn about EXP. So I'm going to click edit and you can see what it says. So day 2, I'm going to add a hashtag automatically. So that's another thing that you can do inside of your campaigns is not just emails and text. You can add tags. You can change the status automatically. So let's say they get to the end of this campaign and they, I want to start another campaign. I can just add a hashtag and have another campaign starting with that hashtag. Or I can change the status and have another campaign ready for that status. So I hope that didn't lose you. I know it gets a little confusing, but it's pretty cool. Everything's fully automated. Once you guys understand how to use this, it's going to do amazing things for your business. If you don't want to worry about what campaign is going to come next, you can just put a reminder at the end of your campaign and say, hey, this campaign is ending. That way, like, okay, I need to set up another campaign, and then you can worry about it then and not now. But just don't let it get out of your view, because what happens is agents have kvCore for 2 years. They only set up a campaign for 3 months. And now for the rest of their time, their leads have not been contacted. They didn't set up home valuations. They didn't set up market reports. They don't have campaigns running. Nothing was going out. And so all of this business that they could have been generating, they were not. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys put some of this into place. So again, we're going to keep going down day 2, day 5, and it's just an email drip campaign, right? So it's going to send them different things, different emails, different text messages, asking if they're happy with their brokerage, if they want to have a chat with me. So it's pretty cool. You can create a campaign for any type of lead, assign it to that lead, and it's just going to go automatically. So that's a campaign. We're going to come back because I'm going to show you how to create one. I'm just going to keep going and show you guys overview of kvCore. So when I show you ChatGPT, you're not like, what the heck are we doing? You kind of know, okay, this is kvCore, this is ChatGPT, because we are going to be mixing them together. So you guys know how to use AI to help you, because it's going to make life so much easier. Let me keep going. So landing pages, if you click on start building, you have to select your domain, start building, and you can create one. Okay. If you don't have one already created, you can create one. This is something I do for my agents. When I set them up, I make sure that they have a lot of landing pages that they can use for their marketing. You can run a Facebook ad with it. You can post it on all these Facebook groups. You can do whatever you want with it. Make a QR code, put on a flyer, whatever you want. So you're going to edit this. As you can see, there's nowhere to change like font and color, right? So it's so boring. The EXP logo, not what you want, right? You want your logo on here. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. It's going to be a little advanced, so don't get lost. But I want to make that available for those who do want to customize their landing page. Just so that way all of your marketing flows and everything makes sense. But if you don't care about that, then that's fine. What I'm going to do right now is just show you the basics. Okay, so you're going to click here and you can just edit this and say open house, or are you looking to buy your first home this year? Or, whatever catchy headline, whatever type of lead or niche or whatever you want to attract, you're going to put that headline there. You can also add a subheader and these bullet points. So just be careful that if you double click, it will disappear. Some agents don't want to have all these check marks. Maybe you just want 2 check marks, because this page does look different on mobile. So you may want to check that out when you make your page. Make sure you look on mobile and on the computer, make sure it looks good, because these pages can get a little bit wonky. So you just, click here, add the content. If you want to change the font and the color, you will have to open up like a Word or a Google Doc, and then just copy, paste it over. I'm going to show you that once we get into the ChatGPT. That way I'm not doing things twice. But this is a landing page. You're just going to create it. It's sort of like an ad. You can attach a hashtag. So let's say this page is for VA buyers, right? You could say VA benefits. So you guys get the idea. So here the hashtag will be VA, right? The reason I want to attach a hashtag to this page is because when someone signs up on this page, because I'm going to post it on Facebook, military is going to see, they're going to sign up for it, and then the hashtag is going to get assigned to that lead. Once that hashtag is assigned to the lead, I'm going to make sure that I have a campaign that goes over the benefits of, using your VA loan and whatever else you want to start sending them. So definitely attach a hashtag. Your submit button, you can change this. So you could say like learn more, and you can see it change the button over there. I also know how to change that color if you're like, ew. It does take a little bit of coding. URL after login, where are they going to go once they sign up? I always recommend a custom page on your website. So you're going to take them to your website, to a page that talks about the VA, talks about the benefits of the VA loan, working with a military relocation professional, right? So we're going to create a page. I'm going to show you how to create pages. So again, I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to try to go over all of this first. That way we can do more of a hands-on. You guys can do it with me. So that's what's going to go here, the link to that page. I'm going to paste it there. And then once they sign up, it's going to take them to that page with relevant information. And then we're going to follow up with the campaign with relevant information as well. So this is your funnel, as I like to call them. You can also change the background. There's different standard backgrounds here, or what you could do is download, like a Google photo or whatever, and then click on custom background, and then you'll just have to put the image URL here, which I have a website called Post Images, and it's a permanent link for your photo. So you just upload it here, and we'll just use this. And then right here, you'll see the direct link. You'll copy that. So I just want to have that in the video. So in case anybody wanted to do that. And then you'll just paste the image here. I'm actually going to use one of these links. And then save, and then you'll see the background change. You should see the background change. I told you guys kvCore is a little bit slow. Let's see. Maybe that was a bad image. Nope. Well, the background normally changes. Sometimes it does take a while, unfortunately. So if you click on lead type, You can choose if it's going to be for a buyer, a seller, renter, an agent. That way, when they do come in the system, they're already labeled. They're not going to be put on a buyer campaign. That's making me a little confused. It should change. Okay. It's not cooperating today. So that's one thing and one reason why people don't like to use kvCore. Because sometimes it does glitch, but overall, there's a lot of benefits that go with using kvCore. Sometimes you just have to bear with it, refresh it, go back, and it will work. But that's a landing page. So I'm going to keep going, and then we can get into creating and using ChatGPT. So the next thing is a squeeze page. A squeeze page is a very basic, let me just show you guys. So this is something that I create for all of my agents that come to me for a setup. I create this page for them. So I just want to show you squeeze pages. These pages are literally just preset searches. That's what I like to call them, or criteria searches. So let's say you're in here, squeeze page, you want to build a squeeze page, right? So these are just squeeze pages that I've already built. But I'm going to show you how to create one. So if you come here into squeeze page, you can select an area. Let's say I'm in Orlando. And I want to market pool homes right now because it's the summertime and everyone wants a pool home. Who doesn't want a pool home, right? I want a pool home. So I'm going to click on single family and I'm going to do pool. And you can also do by price range. So if you're looking to do more like in the 300,000 range, you can do a hashtag pool home. That way when when the lead signs up on this link, because it is going to ask them to sign up. This uses the forced registration. So the landing page, they give their information right away. The squeeze page, it kind of lets them look a little bit, but then it says, hey, sign up. Once they signed up, it's going to attach the hashtag that you put on the squeeze page when you created it. You can also source this. So if you're going to be posting this on Facebook, you could say Facebook. That way, when they come in, you see that it came from Facebook. So the source is to help you keep track of where all your leads are coming from. So if you're going to run a Google ad, a Facebook ad, you can make different squeeze pages to see which one performed better. So there's that. You don't really have to set those up unless you're into that kind of stuff. Facebook cover photo, you can use high price, low price, recent listing. How many times can they look at a property before we're going to force them to sign up? However many you want. So normally it's 2. You don't want to do immediately, they get scared away. So I do like 2, and then generate link. Once you get this link, you will post it wherever. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Let me just use the one that I just made. That'll be better. That way you can see all the pools. So sometimes it will bring up like homes that have like a community pool. So that's not cool, but that's just the way kvCore is. So you'll come in here and you can see all of the listings in that area with a pool or a community pool. And that's it. So as they keep looking around, it's gonna tell them like, hey, can you sign up on my website? See, it says log in to get full access. So this is how you get leads on your website. So if you want to just share your website or share these squeeze pages to get leads, you can do that too. And you don't really have to run an ad. You just post it on groups or whatever, and you start to get leads that way. So that's a squeeze page. Those are the 2 main ways to generate leads. You can also do a single property. So if you're doing like an open house, seller squeeze, this is going to show them just like a market report, statistics, things like that. Same thing with, seller squeeze is going to show them like a home value with statistics. Market report is just statistics. It's just going to show them, some statistics. Let me show you guys one of these because I know I keep kind of like briefly trying to go over it quickly, but I do want to show you what this looks like. So the seller squeeze and market report kind of look the same. So I'm just going to show you this one. There we go. All right. And I'm just going to I'm just gonna sign up because it's me. So once they put their area, or you choose an area and they sign up, they're gonna see all of the statistics. Again, you can do by neighborhood, so it'll show them homes for sale in the neighborhood. But this is kind of like the general Orlando area, so it's going to show them new to market, off market, days on market, average home price, price reductions, things like that. So it's pretty cool. And this is what I was talking about when I said that it sends them a market report, and it's like not too fancy or anything, but like it stays in front of them. You know, it's professional. So it really does help to position yourself as that real estate expert. So that's the market report. That is the lead engine in a nutshell. I showed you property boost. There are some other things you can do in here to generate leads. So if you see like these green ones, those are the paid. Normally those are the paid ones. Very quickly, I'm going to go into bulk import in case anyone was interested when I said, you know, organizing, importing. So if you go into lead engine import, there is right up here, it says like format your list. I think this is it. Yep, it shows you exactly how you need to organize your leads when they come in. So you just need to click on the bottom right here where it says template all fields. And there you go. It's all titled for you. So title, first name, last name, birthday. You can erase some of these, like title. If you don't want that, you just delete. You can just delete that row. Or you can just copy this and create your own, because I think this is not letting me at the access view only. So you'll have to like save this or make a copy, and then you can make changes to it. But yeah, have your leads organized exactly how this shows. That way, when they come in, there's no, like you have everyone hashtagged and lead type and lead status and, you know, birthday and all of that stuff. So that's that. And then once you're ready to import, it's a CSV file. Everyone's organized. You just come here, get started. And again, you can do the people in your phone. If you don't have any leads, you're going to just go browse files. And then you can just do that. You'll see everybody gets imported. Click next. And then you'll just have to match up the fields. So it shows me right here, I have 8 fields, 6 out of 8 fields matched. And that's because the names are the same. So it just matched it up automatically. But as you can see, if I click on cell phone, see, cell phone doesn't have anything. So I have to do it manually because it doesn't say cell phone. It just says phone. So you just match up the fields and then you'll click next. Once you have them imported, it'll ask you if you want to attach a hashtag to them. I recommend it. So if you are doing a phone import, just put phone import. But, you know, if you didn't organize everyone in your phone and you're just putting them in here, just at least hashtag them as like phone import. That way, you know, later on down the line, you're like, who is this? And you're like, oh, I imported them from my phone. So it must be this person, just so you have an idea, especially if you already have a ton of leads in here already. You want to be able to filter through to at least the people that you imported at the same time. I hope that makes sense. You can also put the hashtag right off the, the campaign right off the bat. So as soon as you import, attach the campaign, you're good to go, solid. Or, so if you don't do that, you have to do it manually. You'll have to go back to the Smart CRM and then do the campaign. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. The other thing is you could also set up a listing alert. So you can select the criteria. It'll set it up for all of those leads. They might not all be buyers. So just make sure if you're doing that, you're uploading, you know, you're doing it for all your buyer leads. Almost done. So we are going to go into, make sure we have everything. So there's also call text capture. This uses that smart number that I was telling you guys about. So if you're on social media, TikTok or something, you could do like a text this to this number, like how they do on the radio. You can do that with your kvCore. You just click add new, what code? So what is the code that they're going to text to your smart number? Once they come in, you're gonna have their phone number, right? Because they texted. So you can attach them as a hashtag and you can choose the message that you send. So let's say you did a TikTok or a Facebook or Instagram reel, and you're talking about a first-time home buyer program that just came out. You could say, text first time or first home, right, to this number, right? So you're going to select your smart number. And then the message you could send is, thank you for signing up to learn more about the first time home buyer program. You can find information here. Send them a link to maybe a custom page on your website. Now you have their cell phone number, so you can text them from your personal number or call them and, hey, do you want more information? And there you go. You get leads like that, right? And you can attach a hashtag first time home buyer, so you know that this lead came from first time home buyer text code that you set up. So that's another way to generate leads. I think that is it for the free lead generation. There's other ways to generate leads. You can create, like, let's say Google Form. I have Google Forms on my website. That is a lead generator because I have set up a Zapier. So as soon as the lead comes in on my Google form, once they come in on my Google form, this is my Google form. I have set up automatically when someone fills this out, they're going into kvCore. So I can use this as a lead generator. I just post this onto Facebook or wherever, and I can use that. So there's different ways to integrate or connect two platforms together. Another thing is like Zoom. So the same way that I created marketing for this Zoom and I had the link and all of this stuff, you can do for maybe like a buyer seminar, right? Or a homeowner seminar. And you can start marketing, posting all these groups, have them sign up on this link. It'll automatically put them in your kvCore. Now you can send a mass email out to them. So there's so many different ways to generate the lead and to communicate with them. So definitely take advantage of your kvCore since it is being offered to us. But I'm going to keep going. No more ranting. Transactions. If you want to connect your SkySlope, you will be able to see all of your transactions here. And you'll do that under Marketplace. You don't have to pay for it, but you'll see it there. It says SkySlope. I'll show you in a second. I'm going to go to the website quickly. This is my website. I have started using chat to help me edit, to make it look different than everybody else's. I don't have a lot of time to do like my own stuff just because I basically have a full-time job helping agents with their kvCore. But I have done some stuff. So I actually integrated my MLS. So if they wanted to search straight from the MLS, they can do that instead of that little box that was here before, right at the top of your website. So if you want to see your website, click your name on the top right and click on the web, and it will take you there. You can see what I'm talking about. There's a little search box here. I totally removed that and added my MLS. So there's that. And then I also have a app. I have something called MLS Touch. So your MLS might offer you different tools that you can put onto your kvCore website to try to help you get leads or to just give information. So I have an app here where they can search straight from the MLS. Instant valuation. I changed out these photos, get pre-approved. Take them to my lender page. So that's something else I recommend you do, is set up your lender on your website. If you have one specific lender you've been working with and you trust them, make sure you show the areas that you service. I also integrated, this is from my MLS as well. This is for like new construction homes. So they can search through those. And then I put this on the front page so they can send a message straight from my front page, which normally our websites do not have. So that's pretty cool. Testimonials, listings, blogs. We're going to get into blogs. But that is the website. You can customize as much as you like. You can add these pages. This is what I'm going to show you. How to create these custom pages. And they can either take them away from your website, like this one just did, or you can create a page that is on your website, like this one. And you can customize it, add buttons, add photos. I haven't updated this page in a while, so this is not the updated version that I have. But just to show you what is a custom page. So under the website is where you can add all of that stuff. You can edit, add, do whatever you want. You can click on website settings, and here is where you will do some of your basic editing. So if you want to change the color, if you want to change the photo, if you want to add your logo there, right? So as you can see, everyone has the basic blue and orange. Some agents, some agents might not like that. Maybe they have a different logo, their personal logo, and it looks better with the black or white. Then we can set that up. I'll show you what I mean. So Wade is an agent I'm working with currently. So this is what we have set up. As you can see, we have his logo with the white EXP. With this, you will have to create a one image with the two logos, and then upload it into the secondary logo spot, and then hide the primary logo. So I know it's a little confusing, but basically kvCore and EXP, when they signed all of us up for a kvCore, they gave us the basic logo, right? And we can't change that. EXP has access to that, we don't. So the way that I've been able to do this is I hide the primary logo, which I have a code for, and I can send that to you guys. And then I add this to the secondary logo, because it does give you an option to add your own logo next to that EXP logo. So I just created one image and added it to the secondary logo, hid the first logo. So I hope I didn't go too much on that. For some people that is important, so I just wanted to cover it. There are some other small settings. I don't want to say small settings, but not too important settings. The forced lead generation. So as I was saying earlier, when they start looking at property, it is going to ask them to sign up after so many views, right? If you're the type of person that you're like, I have a lot of leads, like I don't need to generate leads, I have a ton of leads, I just want them to be able to go to my website and not get frustrated, you could say don't ask them to register, or prompt them, but don't require them, right? If you're like, I need to generate leads, then I would leave this on and leave it at 2. So you just keep going. You can change the top right here, like where it says Wade Right. And I'll just go back to mine. Right here it says Central Florida Homes. This is right here, Central Florida Homes. And this is also what's going to be shared. So when you share your link, it'll pop up, like on iMessage or whatever. So you can edit that. Some coding is going to be in here, like the style code. So if you are going to get into like web development, you can put some of those codes in here. That's how I was able to integrate my Calendly. So if you have a Calendly link, you can embed it just like I have right here. They can schedule a call straight from my website. So that's pretty cool. Go and create a Calendly and then just share, embed, get the code, put it in custom body. If there's anything that I'm going over and you are like, I want to know more on that, you can ask me at the end, or you can reach out to me. I'm here to help you guys. So just keep going. These are just basic settings. You can change your address. This is going to show up at the very bottom of your website right here. This is important for some people because, like for me, for example, my address was showing up as Jacksonville, and I'm not in Jacksonville. This is actually an address from Orlando, an office that I'm affiliated with. So that's why I wanted to have that address so they know I'm local. So you can hide like office information right here, like I have, and it will hide some of that information for you. And then you can just add another address. You can also add your Facebook username for chat. What else? You can add a video background. So like instead of this image that I have, you could have a background playing like a video, and you would just put the URL there, the YouTube ID. if you uploaded your logo and it's white, right? Mine is white. If I click on, let's see, showing process. If I click here, this might be white. So if you upload the white EXP and you don't see it because this is white up here or whatever, these are the settings you're going to want to use. So use black header, use primary color for header, because what happens is sometimes if you have used black color for header and then you uploaded a black logo, it might be not, like, you might not be able to see it. So then you might want to mess with these settings. So that's what that's there for. And that's pretty much it. You can change these. There's 3 buttons at the top. So search, search, I need to change that. Search, home valuation, about. I changed the fact that it says home valuation. It usually says sell, and map usually says something else. So those 3, seems like 3 or 4 that you can't change. Those are inside of kvCore. They're there. We can't change it. If you use code, maybe you can. But you can at least change like what it says. So the home valuation, first of all, the map search is going to take them to a map. That's why I just said map search, so they know. Home valuation, this is going to, I catch myself talking fast and then I try to slow down and then it just speeds up again. I'm so sorry. This is going to show them a home valuation. So if they are coming to your website, and they just type their address and they didn't sign up any other way on your website, you're just going to see an address, and that might get a little bit stressful because you're like, oh, now I got a door knock or send a postcard. Maybe you don't want to do that, right? So there's ways that we can maybe hide this. That's what I was saying. Like if you use code, you can hide it, or some agents like to put like a dot right here, so it's kind of hard to see at the top of the website. Like you just see like a dot right there and maybe not click it. But I just leave it. What you can do is add another widget on your website. So like this one, instant home valuation. Get started. You can put a landing page there, right? That way they can enter their information and then it will take them to that page. So where it says, when we were creating this page, where it said, where's it going to take them to? URL after login. After this page, it's going to take them to that home valuation page that I showed you. So it's sort of like a funnel, right? So we created a landing page that's going to take them to this home valuation. So that is one way to get their contact before you get their address. So those are just basic settings. If you do create a custom page, you will want to make sure that it's added to the website. So just because you create a custom page, which I'm going to show you, doesn't mean it's just going to add automatically. You do have to come here and add it. So what that means is, if it's a custom page, just a page, that means it is one link at the top that they can click, and that's all. There's no drop down. So this is an example of that. I have a frequently asked questions. There's no drop down like these. So they just click it and it takes them there and it shows them all of the frequently asked questions that I have here, which we can change these out. But I have that for custom page. Okay. There's also categories, right? So categories are going to be the ones that do have a drop down menu. That's going to be the category, and this is going to be the custom page. And I'll go over that once we are creating a custom page. That way you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to rush through it because we're going to make a couple things with the chat and you're going to learn how to use it. I'm so excited. Marketplace, let's run through this real quick. These are all of the paid features. Wait, I skipped something. So a couple other things real quick. I got too excited. You can add your testimonials here. Anything on your website will be here. So testimonials, if you want to add your service areas, custom pages, all that is going to be right here. Blogs right here, things like that. So to add your testimonials, you'll just come here, add put their name. You can copy these from Google or Zillow, wherever you're hosting your testimonials. You can connect your Zillow reviews. I've had some agents struggle with getting that to work properly. So just make sure that if they're not coming up, that you add them manually. So I think once you connect it, it'll add all of your new reviews going forward. I don't think it will like import all of your existing ones. So you'll have to add them all, and then you can connect it for any new reviews going forward. Service areas and SEO, these are going to be the ones at the bottom of your page. This is where we will add the SEO keywords, which ChatGPT can help with as well. Or if you look up like a Google SEO keyword planner, if you're into SEO, it will help you get organic traffic on your website from Google if you know how to use it. So basically, you're going to add all of your areas, and then the keywords are going to be specific to that area, specific to you, specific to your niche. So for example, I have here homes for sale in Auburndale, homes to buy in Auburndale. Like you can do very basic words, but like let's say Auburndale, which it is part of a community that is a lake. They have a chain of lakes, right? So I could add lakefront properties in Auburndale and get very specific on what Auburndale offers. I could say a type of like a builder name in Auburndale. So you just add all these names and all these keywords that people would search on Google to these areas. And then when someone Googles that, your website is more likely to pop up. This is very this gets very detailed, especially if you're doing blogs. So the more blogs you have, the more you're going to have on Google when someone Googles, right? Especially for your area. So if you're very hyper local and you're creating blogs about different programs and different events and all of this, then when people Google that type of stuff, it'll drag them to your website. So SEO, the service areas in SEO and the blogs. And I think on the custom pages, there's areas for these keywords. So just in case anyone wanted to take advantage of that, you would just, again, put the keywords there. Same thing with the custom pages. If you create the custom page at the bottom, you'll see where it says meta tag keywords. And the blogs, there's not a place to put the keywords, but just the content in the blog itself is what gets you more coverage, I guess, on Google. So definitely want to be in your kvCore, creating content, adding pages, all of that super important if you are generating leads online. Okay, so the widgets is how I added all of those different download my app, MLS, home valuation. I added all of those different things on my website. That's here in the widgets. You can literally just come and add what kvCore has. I have edited mine a little bit, but you can come in here and just add the basic ones. You don't have to make any changes. Just click add and it will just build up your website for you. You can move these around if you want to organize it better. And yeah, so marketplace is where you can go to buy any type of like lead generation, or if you want to get some help from kvCore, if you want to buy a vanity domain, if you want to buy your smart number, if you want to update your website, they have all of these different things that you can pay for. I don't recommend them, to be honest with you. And I'm not just saying that because I help agents with kvCore. I'm saying that because agents have come to me after buying stuff like this and they're like, I didn't see nothing from it. I paid thousands of dollars. I didn't see anything, any leads from it, you know, or they're upset with the website. So just make sure that you're doing some research. Maybe ask other agents for their opinion before you use any of these. Just post in Workplace. Hey, have you guys, anybody bought this? And just make sure that they were happy with it. Kind of get reviews before you go ahead and buy any of this. Okay, so SkySlope is right here. If you want to add it to your kvCore, you're going to have to get your access key and your secret key. What that means is you're going to log into SkySlope, and somewhere in the settings over there, it's going to give you these two numbers and you'll just paste them in there. All right. and the core video as well. If you want to purchase core video, if you are really big on video, that's where I recommend, that's who I recommend this to. Otherwise, like I said, you can go into YouTube, put your video there, and then put it into your kvCore. All right, so I'm going to show you guys all of that. So I know a lot of it we just like skipped over, and you're like, why are you not showing me? It's because I'm going to use ChatGPT to do all of those things that I skipped over, because chat makes life easier. Okay, so we're going to get into it. So let's go over to, so we went over all the key features, right? So how can ChatGPT help? It can help with landing pages, custom pages, newsletters, regular emails, campaigns, blogs, SEO. Some other things you can use ChatGPT for: Facebook posts. So a lot of the posts that you saw for this class, or emails, I use ChatGPT. I just tell Chat what I want to say, and it creates it for me, puts all the emojis, presents it in a professional manner, and it just helps with your marketing. So text messages, if your client texts you and you're like, I don't know what to say to this, I don't have an answer, instead of going to Google, you can go to the chat and say, hey, can you give me a reply to this message and say this, and give it like a brief summary of what you want to say, and it'll put it in like a professional way, give it an answer, because the chat is AI, so they know a lot. It's basically like Google, but it's speaking to you. You can do general real estate questions. So if someone asks you a question and you don't know the answer, you can ask the chat. It's, like I said, sort of like Google. Ideas for your marketing, you can ask the chat to give you ideas, to give you anything, right? So even for personal use, I asked the chat personally, for types of therapy for trauma, for, past trauma, childhood trauma, and it gave me different types of therapy, and that's how I learned about EMDR. So it can teach you a lot of stuff. It can help you with your business, and that's what we are going to do now. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the landing page. And that is because a lot of you want to generate leads, right? That's how we're going to get money. So the first thing you're going to want to do, all of you right now, is open up a window for chat.openai.com. So let's just say I'm going to go to Google, right? So everyone go to Google and just type in ChatGPT. And it's going to be this first one that pops up where it says OpenAI. So you're just going to click on that. And you're going to get to this page. It's green and purple. If you cannot find it, just type in the browser openai.com. It should take you straight here. Let's see. Yeah. So you're just going to have to log in. Everyone who's coming into chat wants to use it has to create a login. They have to create an account and log in. So I just go with the Google login, so much easier. And then bam, I'm in there. You're just going to click on ChatGPT. It might ask you a couple of questions about your birthday or whatever. So basically this chat is new, and it has employees that go over the answers and kind of monitor to make sure that people are not abusing it or anything crazy, right? As I know some people do get a little bit turned off by AI. They're like, oh my gosh, the robots are going to take over the world. But definitely put that aside so you can use it for your business. If you start chatting with the chat, it will start a chat for you. You can create a new chat and it will save the chats that you've had with it. I just deleted all of mine because I had so many and I didn't want to be embarrassed by how much I use the chat. Okay, you will find yourself using this chat so much in your business, in your personal life. It's amazing. So let me stop talking. We're going to go do a landing page because I want to show you how to generate the leads. So you're going to go to your kvCore. Now that you're in your chat, you're logged in. We're going to build a landing page. So we're going to go to kvCore. Let me try to slow down. Lead engine, build landing page. So I'm going to do this kind of slow. All of the demonstrations I'm going to try to go as slow as I can so you can follow along, so you can get that comfort of doing it on your own. And then if you're still struggling, feel free to reach out. Okay. So let me find a way to keep this thing out the way. Let's make a page for, let's say, first time home buyers. Okay. If you have a different idea, run with it. I'm going to just do this for mine. So if you want to do something else, just follow along, but with the information that you want to put. So I would also recommend you open up a Google Doc or Word document or some sort so you can change, if you want to change some of the font colors or some of the fonts or font colors, sizes, things like that. Open that up now. So what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the chat and I'm going to say that I want a real estate. Watch this, guys. Real estate landing page for first time home buyer. So this is taking away me having to think about what to put on the page, what to write, what to type. I'm just going to put it in. It's going to give it to me. We're going to copy and paste it. First time home buyer. I'm going to say header. I need a header, a subheader, and I'm going to say 2 bullet points. I'm going to erase 2 of the bullet points like I showed you. 2 bullet points. Short. I'm going to tell it short because the chat likes to talk a lot like me. And then I'm going to press enter. And let's see what happens. So just because the chat gives you something and you don't like it, you can tell the chat, give me something else. I don't like this, right? Or you might not use everything that it gives you. So right here it says, find your dream home, a guide for first-time home buyers. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take it. I'm going to copy it right here. Just because we're not trying to be perfect here. We're just trying to get the point across. I cannot just copy this like this and paste it over. And I'm going to show you why. If I do that, it is not going to look pretty. See, it didn't do it right. So what I do, that's why I use the document to help me. So I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to say like 35. And I'm going to turn it white because the page obviously likes white lettering. I'm going to make sure that there is no highlight behind the words because I don't want white boxes all over. So no highlight, white text. You can change the font. I'm not going to do that right now. Saving some time. Go back to the landing page. Be careful not to double click and paste it over. That's the title. Now we're going to do the subtitle. So right here, take the first step towards home ownership with confidence. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to make it as big. So maybe like 20. And then I'm going to do, again, no highlight, white, copy, and paste this over. So there you go. I changed the header, the subheader. Now I'm going to add the bottom bullet points. So I'm going to come over here. And there's different ways to do this. You don't have to put any bullet points if you don't want, but I'm going to do it to show you guys. So I'm just going to take all of this and again, no highlight, white. Probably make it bigger, but actually I want to make this bigger because this is going to be like the title for the bullet point. So let's say 18 for these. Well, I know it's hard to see. This is a lot. This is a lot. And if you're like, Alyssa, you're crazy. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm not doing this. This is too time consuming. I'm here for you guys. This is what I do for agents. I enjoy this. I really love doing this. I have a passion for helping agents with kvCore. So again, don't hesitate. But if you are like, I need to start generating leads, like I'm willing to do whatever, then this is all you got to do. You just edit the page. And again, you don't have to make it as fancy as this. I'm just doing this so you guys can see how you can make the page fancier, even though I don't even make sense right now because I'm not even making it fancy. I didn't change the font. You can change the font and the font will transfer over depending on which font you use. So let's just use extra bold for that and I'll show you. So you just paste it there and it changes. It's not a big change, but if you're like, I want everything to flow and look nicer, you can do that. And also the color. So let me show you the color to this one. Again, I'm not trying to be perfect here. I'm just trying to show you guys how you could be customizing your page. Let's say I want to do like a gold color or orange color. There you go. You can change the color, you can change the font, you can change the sizing. So that's all I'm trying to show you here. How to do that. So let's keep it moving. Where am I? I know, so a lot of windows open. So I'm just going to keep transferring over in case you guys are actually building a page. I don't just rush off onto the next thing. We're just going to keep building this out. Affordable options. Okay. Paste it over. Once everything is pasted over, what you're going to do is put your hashtag. Make sure you have all the settings up here correct. Okay, so hashtag. So this is going to be for first-time homebuyers. So maybe you want to put FTHB, or you want to put, just type out first-time homebuyer, no spaces, no hashtag symbols, just the phrase all in one. Submit button, I could say next step, take the next step, or next, or learn more. I like to put learn more sometimes. And then URL after login. So this is where we need to have a page set up. So that's what we're going to build next, is the custom page once we have this done, and that will be the last step. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You can require the phone number if you want to. You don't necessarily have to, but I like to. The background, again, you can do, let's see if it's working now. You can change the background. See, I wasn't lying to you guys. You can put a background there and then the lead type. This is obviously going to be a buyer because it says first time home buyers guide. So all of my settings up there are good. Down here, you can put like your contact information if you want to create like a little like signature, like put your name, realtor, your phone number, email. That way they can see on the page like who they're signing up with. You don't have to do that, but you can. I'm gonna just do that now so you can see what I mean. Oops. Okay, that's all. So there you go. Once you have this page done, which we don't, because we are gonna make the page, you're gonna click save. Once you save this page, you cannot go back, so don't do it yet. And what I mean by you can't go back is you cannot edit this page. You will have to recreate the entire page again if you did it wrong. It's a still page, so you can't edit. So just be careful. So now that we have created the page, you guys know how to change the fonts and change the colors, which I do all of the time. Just because I like the pages to look a little bit more like catchy and grabby. Let's see if I have some here I can show you. So these are the ones that I give my agents that come to me. So I have an agent attraction one, introducing EXP. See, I changed the background. I changed his logo. Sign up on our website. So I'll just show you these really quickly. Let's see, luxury buyers. See, so the font is different, sizing is different, doesn't look like that first one. But yeah, if you want to change colors and stuff, you can. I normally don't do that. There's that. So that's the landing page. We got that out the way, but we're not done. We have to create a page. So now, if you want to leave that open, we're going to go to the next step, and that's going to be creating the page. So we're going to go to Web and IDX. And we're going to custom pages. So we're going to click custom pages. And you're going to click add a new page. So we're going to add a page to your website that is going to be for first-time home buyers. If you don't want to create a page and you want to create a blog, you can do that too. So just click blog and then you'll go to add post. You can do that. Either one. So just get where you want to go and we'll get started. So I'm going to do a custom page, new page. So this is where the category, when I showed you before how to add to your website category and title, this is where it becomes important. If you're going to have a drop down, you need to make sure you have the main category correct. Okay, so like mine, I have agents, buyers, sellers. So if you want to put category by, you can do that. Or you could say tools and resources, whatever you want to put there. Title, you could say, or you could put guides as a category, and then title first time home buyers guide, whatever you want to do. All right, I actually have a buyers tab, so I'm just going to make this with you guys. And then once you have that, you'll go down to the page contents. If you already have a buyer's guide and you're like, I don't need to do this, I have a buyer's guide, I would just like to make a page on my website, you can get the link to your buyer's guide and put it here. This will take them off your page. Remember, I told you that if you make a link, you can take them away from your page, or you can put it on your page. This is where it will take them away from your page, this URL right here, and it won't make you have anything in this box as long as you have a link here. But we're not doing that. I'm going to show you how to create the page using the chat. So we're going to go back to chat, and I'm going to say, give me. So there's two ways to do this. One way is to use the code. Okay, this will make your page a little bit more, this will take away the need to edit the fonts and the colors and the size, right? If you ask it to give you a code, it will already have everything beautiful for you. If you just get the lettering for the page, it'll be kind of very basic, like the other page that I had showed you on my website, where it's just text. Hold on a second. Let me show you a little example real quick. I'm going to show you two different types of pages, how they're going to look, so you can decide right now what you want to do. So for my basic page, it's going to look something like this. Like you're just going to copy paste. It's just going to be letters like this. If you want to make it more, of like a custom page. I don't know how to explain this. If you want to use a code to make the page, you can, and it will look more like, let me see if I can find someone. I work on so many agents, and this is something that I recently just figured out how to do. So I can't find anyone, but I'm just going to show you both ways. How about that? So we're going to go to the chat, and I'm going to say custom page for first time home buyer guide. A custom page for real estate website, first time home buyer guide. Let's just say that. Let's just see what it says. So it's going to tell you first time home buyer's guide, your path to home ownership, and it's going to give you all these bullet points. And this is giving me a custom page again. So I'm going to say a full page on website. So as you can see, I'm talking to the chat and I'm telling it what to give me, it's not listening to me. So I have to keep talking to it. So it's giving me the content for the page, and it's telling you where you can add an image above the paragraph. So you can literally just come in here, copy it, put your photo, all of that, right? But what I've done is I've asked the chat to give me a code, because if you look at your custom page, there's a spot right here for a source code. So if you put that code right here, it's gonna come out a lot different, right? So what I mean is that I'm gonna tell the chat, give me an HTML code with I'm gonna say modern page with blue, let's just say navy blue letters, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You can really develop your website using the chat. If you want to make it more professional, this will help you. So I'm going to just say that, and let's see if it helps. So as you can see now, it's providing with the code. So now all of a sudden we know how to do code. It's pretty fascinating. So we're just going to copy this code into the source code, and you're going to see how instead of just text, it's going to be like headers and colors and all of this stuff. And we're going to see how it shows up. So let's do that. And I'm going to paste it in that code. And just now it doesn't want to show up. Let's see. Sometimes it doesn't. So like I have mentioned multiple times, kvCore sometimes glitches and will not show up. So you just have to play with it, go back, refresh it. I know it's a pain in the butt. Let's see, hopefully it works. First time buyer guide, edit, see, there you go. So now, as you can see, that code gave me exactly what I asked for. I said I wanted navy blue letters. I wanted a first time home buyers page. It gave me all the content for the page. It even gave me a place to put a picture. So as you can see, it has an image right here. If you just click on this source right here, you'll see where the image goes. So right here, image SRC. I'm going to teach you guys how to read code. Image, right? That's the image. There's no other spot that says that. That's how you know this is the image. And right here, for these two parentheses, that's where you're going to put your image URL. If you're like, I don't do code, Alyssa, not doing that, you don't have to. You can just upload your photo right here. Okay. I am simply showing you guys how to create a page on your website without the stress, without having to hire anyone, without having to overthink it, without having to do so much work. Let's see if I can upload manually here a photo for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see. I guess it doesn't matter with a photo. All right, so I'm just gonna save it, and there you go. There's the page. You can make the photo smaller, and there you are. And then you can just erase this. You can just take that. Don't worry about that. All right, so that's a custom page. So this is the page that I created. It just says, first-time home buyers guide, your path to home ownership, empowering first-time home buyers with knowledge and support. Welcome to our website's dedicated page for first-time home buyers. So it just talks about this. If you don't like what it says, you can go back to the chat and say, give me types of loans, credit score, what they need to sign, what they need to apply for a loan. Like you can give it specifics on what they need. And then that way you have more to offer them. So I'm not going to go too deep on that because there's other things that we're going to cover and I don't want to keep you all day, but this is how you're going to create a custom page. You can also do, like I said, the keywords. So you just come here and say first time home buyer. Oops. First time home buyer, first home, blah, blah, blah. Keep it going. You can add the location that you're in, you know, in Florida, in Orlando, in this. Keep adding those keywords to the page, and then you're going to just click save. This is going to give you a link to that page, right? So once the page, you see it right here, first time home buyers guide. I'm going to copy this link. I'll open up the page too, so you can see. It's just a page on the website. And then you copy this link. So again, I'm not trying to be perfect or pretty right now. I'm just trying to show you guys what you can be doing with the chat, how it can develop your website, generate leads. So I'm going to get this link right here to this page, and I'm going to go back to the landing page, and I'm going to put that link right here to the URL after login. So after they log in, it's going to take them to that page that talks about first-time home buying. You cannot change this page, so make sure it is correct. You can change these custom pages. So even if you create your page and you just add it to the landing page now and you're like, I want to change my first-time home buyer guide page, you can, and it will not affect your landing page. Just want to make that clear. So I already have set this up, and I will be going back to edit that page later. So I'm not going to worry about that. I just wanted you guys to know, but we're going to keep going. So save. Now you have your landing page. If you want to change this logo, I have codes. I have so many different codes that I can share with you. If you just send me a message, maybe I can put it on the email that I send out with all of the videos. Website codes. Here you go. I've just compiled all my codes that help me right here. So I have, see what I have. Change the EXP logo. First, you must remove the blue logo. Place the code in the header to remove the primary. So this is the code to remove that. I'll put this in the chat for anyone who's like trying to do this now. If not, like I said, I will send it out with the email with the recording. So that's to remove that logo. If you want to change the logo on the landing page, this is the code for that. As you can see, the image is here. So this is going to upload another person's logo. So be careful and put your photo right here. So if you're good at coding, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll just change this right there. I'll give you this code in the chat as well. And again, I will give you these codes when I send out the video. And if I forget, just reach out to me. So this is to change the logo on the page. Make sure this link right here, you are putting your own logo. Make sure, like I said, you go on Canva, create the two logos together. That way on your landing page, you have both of them on there. So that is how to change the logo on the landing page. There is a way to change the button. I won't go over that now because there's a lot of code and all this stuff crazy. And for people that are not interested in that, I don't want to upset them. So the next thing, we did the custom page. So again, this is what you're going to post on social media, right? You're going to put this link right here on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Nextdoor, create a flyer, whatever you want to do with this. People are going to start signing up to learn more. And that is how, or if you come across someone who's a first-time home buyer, just send them the link. Say, hey, sign up here. That way you don't manually have to put them in kvCore. They already have a hashtag first-time home buyer, probably already have a campaign set up, and then you won't have to worry. And that's something that I've sort of done, is created like a funnel list for myself. So in case someone says, yeah, listen, I have thought about joining real estate, I send them my real estate landing page. They sign up and I don't have to add anyone manually. They're just signing up on these landing pages and start sending them the information that they want. So again, this is what you're going to get the lead with. You're going to send them after this page they sign up. It's going to take them to a page that you've created or wherever you want to take them. So that is that. And that's how you also start to create your website. So my website looks a little bit different than yours. So, but let's see right here, buyers, first-time home buyers guide. See, it's right there. I'll show you again, move this thing out the way, right there. And that is because, again, we went to the website, we went to the website settings, and we added that custom page. Where is it? If you keep scrolling down, you see where it says custom navigation. This is going to be the navigation at the top of your website. Keep going down, and right here, custom page. That's for just one page with the link. Categories, this is for a whole entire category. So once you've created your category, you'll be able to add it here. And it will show up here. All right, so we did a landing page, a custom page. We're going to do a newsletter. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but basically this can be used for basically anything. It can be a regular email, it can be a newsletter, it could be market report, whatever you want to create. And this is going to be a scheduled email because I did promise that we would go over scheduled email. So go into kvCore, click on marketing, and go over to schedule mass email, click get started. I use my kvCore for my kvCore business or side hustle, whatever you want to call it. So I send out all of these emails to my agents. I also have, I also do real estate as well. Don't get me wrong. But that's why you see all of it here. That's what I was using to email you. So definitely take advantage of that. So once you come in here, I showed you how to save a filter. So if you want to send this to people in that filter, you can do that. Remember, we set up a filter for past clients. You could also do a hashtag. So if you have, past client hashtag that you want to send it to, status. You can go on status and choose sphere, prospect, new lead, or you can just select all of them. If you're like, I want to email everyone in my database, I want to send it to everyone. You just come here, click everyone, and you will make sure that every single person is going to get this. Then you're going to choose when you're going to send it out. So you can schedule out Christmas, Halloween, whatever holidays you celebrate. Or maybe if you want to send them homestead exemption deadlines or whatever, you can do that. So you just come here, choose the date and time. I maybe need to take a step back and go back to templates because of the fact that once you schedule this email, you can no longer edit this email, go back and reuse this email ever. So if you are creating a newsletter, you may want to create a template first. That way you save it. So the next time you want to do your newsletter, you just change out some of the, update some of the information, but you have the main outline looking the same. That way, all of your emails match up, look the same. And then you'll just be able to search template here. There are templates here already. So like, for example, New Year's, I think there's New Year's holiday emails. And you can just edit these because this does say 2021. But I just want you guys to see what is a template. So if you create one of these, then you will be able to find it here. Any emails that you create in templates, you'll be able to find here. So I'm going to go back to templates because I want you guys to see how to do that. In case you do want to start creating a newsletter, you'll be able to learn how to do that. But this is how you're going to schedule out your email. And I'll probably come back to this. You'll just search the template. Once we create it, the subject line will populate, your whole email will populate. You just click include your signature and schedule it out and you'll be good. You'll see it pop up here and it will tell you when it's going to send, if it's sent, how many contacts it's sending to. But I'm going to go back to marketing and I'm going to go to smart campaigns and templates. Probably should have went over this when we were going over campaigns, but that's okay. Again, the reason you want to make a template first is because if you schedule an email, let's say you make your newsletter on the template and you make this, it takes you 2 hours to set up your newsletter. And then next week, you're like, I want to read, next month or whatever, you want to do another newsletter and you want to use like the same one. You can't go back and reuse it because you didn't make a template. You just made a scheduled email. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to come to templates and we're going to click add template, email template. This is going to create a blank slate for you to create any type of email you want. Okay, so you're going to name the template. So when you are going to schedule out an email or send any email where it says template, you'll be able to find this email and it will just auto populate. Subject line for that email. And then you can compose your email here. As you can see, there's nowhere to add a photo. There's nowhere to change colors, nothing. So I always recommend the advanced editor. If you click on it, you'll be able to create a fancier email and drag and drop. So it's super easy. You just come over here and you drag over on here. Make sure it says drag it here. Let it go. Drag everything over and create your newsletter. You can also do rows. So if you click rows, you can say, that you want to do this one, and then you can put a little photo on this side, smaller, with some text on the side of that. So you get the idea, drag and drop, compose your newsletter. So you can put photos. You just click on browse. And upload your photo from your computer. If you have pictures that you want to add to your newsletter, download it to your computer, upload it to your kvCore, add it, or you can go to Google. So some ideas for your newsletter, okay? I don't know why it keeps opening that. Let's say events in Orlando. Some of ideas for your newsletter would be to add events. You could do recipes. You could do tips for home buying and selling. You could do like checklists, different things, right? Whatever you want to have on there. Some people add like quotes. If you have any events that you're personally doing or your team, you can add it, anything you want to have. But I'm just gonna do a little example for you. So let's say I'm building out my newsletter. If you want to upload the photo manually, you can. You just click upload, get it on there, and then you can insert the image like that. See the image there? Or let's click on this one. If you just want to put the URL to the image, you can do that too. So I'm going to show you. If you go to, there's a reason why I chose events. So I'm just going to like copy or paste the information over. But for the photo, if you don't want to save it, you could just come here, click on copy image address, and you just paste the URL here. So I'm just showing you how to get photos on your newsletter. There's two ways, upload or put the URL. And so I could just say events happening this month, say you're doing a monthly newsletter. Again, I am not trying to achieve perfection or beauty right now. I just want to show you guys what you can be doing in your kvCore, how you can be using it, ideas for you to start putting in the work. So let's say I just want to put events happening in Orlando and I want to have maybe this down here. Always, when you're done creating this newsletter, make sure that you do a send test. What this is going to do is send you an email so you can see what it looks like. Always do that. Just because you don't know how the things are going to align correctly, and you want to make sure that if you're adding buttons, that they're right below what you want it to be below, especially if you're doing like 3-row buttons and stuff like that. You want to make sure everything's just aligning correctly. You can also preview what it's going to look like, but I just think sending it to yourself is so much better because you can see how they're going to open it and everything. So there's that. So I'm actually going to show you, that's how to do it. I'm going to show you a newsletter example that I have that I can send to you. I'm going to send you guys so many tools. You're going to love me. But this is a newsletter template. I think it's this one, not too sure. So if I send this to you, just make sure that you edit before you send it. But you can create like a fancy header like this. I created this in Canva, and then I just took this from my lender. You can just source the information and just say source, and then put your lender name and company. And then I just created this in Canva. Do you know anyone looking to buy, sell, invest? And then my way, here is a recipe for them. Hottest trends in interior decor. This goes to Amazon, so if they like to shop on Amazon. So you want this to be very interactive, I guess you could say. That way your leads are not unsubscribing. If it's all real estate, they're going to be like, no. But if you have different things, cool things for them to look forward to, let's say you do like giveaways, or you do, you add a video, you tell them what's going on in your life, stuff like that, that will make them stay subscribed because they're like, this is cool stuff. Like, I want to know what's going on. So this is a DIY paint job when to hire a professional. I actually got this from another agent, thought it was pretty cool. She shared it with us, so I'm going to share with you. I did make some edits to this though. But here is your listing spotlight. So if you wanted to add different listings every month or every week, whenever you're sending this out, you will do the same thing. What do I mean by that? So let's do this very quickly. So if you are creating a newsletter and you do want to put listings in your newsletter, you know how to do it. So you're going to go to listings. So right now, just to give you a brief overview, if I'm going too fast, I am in my newsletter template that I'm going to send you. We are looking at a section in the newsletter that's a listing spotlight. This is going to show them new listings on the market. I'm going to go over, open another window, go over to listings because I want to pick 2 listings and add them into my email. So I'm just going to go here and choose any one because again, we're not trying to be perfect. Left click and copy image address. Okay, so these tools that I'm teaching you, this can be for anything. It doesn't have to just be for your landing page. This can be for your email. So any of these tools that I'm showing you is going to be helpful. So you click here, the image URL is going to go right here. Paste. And then you always want to make sure that you click like away from the box so it can do it. So it saves. That's how it saves. If you don't do that, it may not save. So there's that. Go back and I'm just gonna put the address to the home, maybe whatever you want to do. You can put a little brief description. You can copy some of like the verbiage if you want. Let's just say I get like the first sentence. And then right here where it says tour this property, this is a button. So as you can see, there's a link. Same thing, you're going to want to grab the link to this listing. Click it right here. If you are getting listings, this is great because you can, send it to everyone in your database and potentially get a buyer for your listing. Again, make sure you click away from the button once you put it because you don't want to have all these buttons that don't work. So I'm going to just do another one. I'll probably try to go a little slower. Let's see. We'll just get this one. You may also want to put like the city that it's in. So I'll just put like Orlando, Florida. Just make sure you're putting like good information on there. You can edit like bold, whatever you want to do. But again, left click, copy image address. And then you put it here. Watch what happens if I don't click away. Let's see if it saves. Oh, it's still saved. Okay. Well, I guess you don't have to do that, but I do that just in case. Again, you're just going to copy over the address, the verbiage, whatever you want to put on there and change the link. Again, the link is right here. And you'll paste it in here. And I just click there. Make sure. I make sure. And there you go. So now you have like listings that are on the market, want to search properties. You could just send them to your website. See how it says elizabethpimentel.com. Also, if you have, you can put a link to your open houses. So I could say in Orlando. So this is not a newsletter I've used yet. So that's why it's like all crazy because this was given to me from an agent again. And I just made some edits to it and I've been sharing it with other agents as well. But here is a buyer's guide and seller's guide. And that is all. So if you want this newsletter, I'll send it. And all you'll have to do is create maybe your own header, your own information about the market that you update monthly or weekly. So you could have here, instead of like all of this, you could say the stats, these are the homes on the market, average home price. You could do like a little market report right there, market highlight. You don't have to do recipes if you don't want to. Some of this is staying the same. So like down here, the listing spotlights, that's going to change, but want to search properties, that's always going to be there. Open house, buyer's guide, seller's guide, you could leave that on there. Your header will stay on there. So that's what I'm saying. Once you create this, you can come back and edit and just change out a couple of things. But if you create it on the schedule email, you won't be able to come back. You'll have to upload it and do all this stuff again. So I hope that was helpful. I hope it made sense. And I hope it helps. I think I said that already. But we'll just update the template. Once it's updated, again, make sure you send a test. Once it's updated, that's when you can go and send it, right? Once you save it, whatever, we're going to go back to the marketing. We're going to go to schedule mass email. Schedule email. Again, you're going to choose who it's going to. If you want to send it to everyone, status, choose everyone, time and date, template. So I'm going to look for my newsletter. Let's see if I can find it. Central Florida newsletter. And here it is. So now I can just make those edits. So let's say I did this last month and now I want to come and do this month. You can do it in here. Or if you want to save every single one of your newsletters, then you can clone them. You can clone them when you're in templates. You just click on clone. It'll make a new one. You rename it. And then that way you can keep track of all the ones that you've done. But you can also view it here. You can come in here and just look at what you sent out. Okay, so that is the newsletter. You just come in here, and again, I will send that to you so you can just kind of make those little edits. And if you need any help, you know who to reach out to. The next thing is the campaigns. This is my favorite, my absolute favorite. I think you guys are gonna like this. I'm probably gonna take my time with this one. It's already 12. Let's see, lead. Oh, marketing. Okay, marketing. Smart campaigns, and we're gonna go to add campaign. We're gonna add a campaign for our first-time home buyers, right? Because that's what we're doing right now. I'm trying to keep it all the same, because I've noticed in my previous webinars I would show how to do something, but not like step by step and like on the same topic. Sorry. But I'm trying to do that this time. So since we're doing a first-time home buyer page, first-time home buyer landing page, I'm going to do a first-time home buyer campaign. So I'm going to also do the hashtag is first-time home buyer. And the reason I'm doing it like this is because that is the exact hashtag that I used for my landing page. So if anyone comes into that landing page, they're getting this campaign. And if you made your landing page and you're like, oh no, I forgot what hashtag I used, or if I use a hashtag, you can go to lead engine, landing page, past landing pages, and you can see the page and the hashtag that you used. See, here's the page we created, and right here says first time home buyer. So make sure there's no like spelling mistakes or anything because it will not match up, right? So I put that in there. First time home buyer, that's the hashtag I want to use. I'm going to put always know because again, I don't want multiple campaigns running. This is a buyer. It's a first time home buyer. So I'm going to say first time home buyer. And then I could say, for first time, home buyers. And then I could say talks about qualifications. Maybe we're going to tell them what the qualifications are, programs that are out there, etc. And then I'm going to finish. So now I made sure that my campaign is going to trigger on for that hashtag, only for that hashtag. We named it so we can find it, right? In this mess of campaigns. I have so many. It may just take a second to load. And you can also search it. So if we don't want to go through digging all of them, just do this. First time home buyer. Perfect. So if it's not toggled on, that means it's not going to run. You're not going to be able to find it. So yeah, make sure that when it's done, you turn it on. That way it'll be active. So that's how you turn it on. So we're going to build out the campaign. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add a email. So we're going to come here. Every single time you create an email inside of your campaigns, it's going to try and create a template. For the reason that I've explained multiple times, it wants to save it for you. So you don't have to ever create an email like that again. If you're doing another campaign, you can use some of the same emails. That way you're not recreating and having to do all of this. So for example, I could have an email that talks about connecting with my lender. Maybe I want to have that same email in all of my buyer campaigns because I want all of my buyers to get pre-approved, right? But maybe they're not all first-time home buyers. They're all VA buyers or whatever type of buyers. The point is, you may not need to do the whole campaign over. You can use some of the same emails to create different campaigns. So you're going to save a template. So make sure you name it something that you can find. So this is where the chat comes in. I'm going to open a new chat. So we have a blank slate. I'm going to tell the chat that I want an intro email for real estate leads, first time home buyers, just say one buyer. Short, because again, the chat likes to do very long, drawn out stuff. And I just don't like that. I feel like that's too like computerized. So I say short, exciting. You can tell like exciting, friendly, stuff like that. Basic bullet points explaining qualifications for pre-approval. I don't know. Boom. Let's see what it says. So there, it gives you the subject line to the email. I hope this email finds you in high spirits. I'm reaching out to you as a trusted real estate professional who's passionate about helping first-time home buyers like yourself achieve your dreams. And it goes on, has emojis, and again, it's super long. So if you want this email, perfect. Copy, paste it over. You got your first email done, and you didn't even have to type it. Isn't that amazing? That's what I was so excited to show you guys. I hope you're as excited as me. This to me is still too long, so I'm going to say shorter and add qualifications such as credit score. What is the other one? Employment and savings. You don't have to type like perfect because the chat is smart. Are you ready for home ownership? I'm thrilled to connect you with a trusted real estate professional. See, make sure you're reading that because we're not connecting with, connect with you as a trusted. Okay, got it. Sorry, I'm a little crazy today. Excellent credit score, stable employment history, smart savings. So this kind of goes, this is what I was kind of like going for. Like I'm trying to let them know like what kind of credit score they need. Everywhere is different, like every lender is different. So we don't want to give them an exact score. But this is something more along the lines that I was looking for. If you have been in real estate longer than me and you're like, that's not what I want to say to my first time home buyers, that's fine. Go into the chat, tell it exactly what you're looking to do, and it will give you the email that you are looking for. So yeah, so I'm just going to copy and paste it over. So just click copy and paste. Okay, I'm going to take out this, your name title, because I'm going to have my email signature. Remember I showed you in the profile, you want to set up an email signature. You want to make sure that you have your email signature that you created, your social media buttons and all of that. If your email signature says like warm regards or something, then also take that off. And then go through it because look right here, it says, feel free to contact me at, you want to put your phone number there, or you can do a tag, a merge tag. So if you click right here, this button will import information for you based on what's in kvCore. So I'm going to say agent cell phone. Okay, so whatever, and this is awesome if you have a team because it will put, you don't have to go in and change the campaign. It'll automatically put whoever's phone number this campaign is like running for. So you can use a merge tag. We can also use a merge tag. Let me put this subject up there in the subject line first. Okay, right here, this first name, hello, lead, first name. There you go. So now it's going to say their name. Are you ready to take the leap? If you want, people, if you want to go even more in depth with this, you can click on advanced editor, right? I showed you how to use the advanced editor. If you want to make a fancier email, you can. If you want to put a photo, a button, a video, I'm going to say, like I said before, I highly recommend video because that's where you're going to get the most success. It doesn't matter if you don't look good. It doesn't matter if your eyebrows are not on point. It doesn't matter if you slip up on one word or you make a mistake. Just record it, send it out because no one is going to judge you. Okay, and if they do, screw them. What matters is that you're getting in front of your leads, you're introducing yourself, you're showing your face, they know who you are. They're going to follow you on social media. Now they're going to see you all the time. And that is the motive here. That's what we're trying to do. So record, throw it out. I recorded some pretty hideous videos and I've got people to respond. I've got people to ask questions to me. I got people working with me. So definitely record video is going to help you in your business. So if you want to put a video, you're going to click on video here. This is for the free video. Okay. So if you want to use the core video, if you want to pay for that subscription, then it's right here. You'll just drag that over and you can select a video. You can record straight from your computer. It's pretty awesome. You can also record from the mobile app. Everyone right now, take out your phone, go to the App Store and download kvCore Mobile, or write a little note for yourself later. Download kvCore Mobile, log in, make sure you're logged in because it's going to help you so much. You can record video straight from there as well if you have the video integration. If not, you're going to use this free video right here and drag it over. It's going to be at the top because you want them to see you. And you're going to put the URL. So first you have to upload it to YouTube or Vimeo. And then once you upload that URL, you'll see the video pop up. Make sure you have that video as unlisted if it is a very personal video. Like if you're saying, hey, thank you for signing up on my landing page, something like that. If it's just a video about like the 5 steps to owning a home, then you can use that video. You don't have to put it unlisted. If you already have that video, if you already have videos in YouTube that you want to just throw into your campaigns, you're golden, because now you don't have to go record those videos. You already have videos. Unless you want to be more personal, you already have the videos. If not, set aside some time. I have a video topic list that I will put in the email. You guys are going to get a huge email with all these, with this recording and all these tools. It's going to help you. But I have a video topic list that will help you so you know what kind of videos you should be recording. So the URL will go here. And your video should pop up. Okay. If you have a different video platform and they allow you to use HTML, like Dub for some reason has HTML, you could put the HTML code right here to your video. Or I think what else? I think that's it. But yeah, that's how you put the video. And then core video, again, if you buy it, you could just upload it straight from there. So you could also edit this email. So like folding it and changing fonts and blah, blah, blah. You could do that. All right. And then you're just going to click on save. As long as the email looks how you want it to, you know what I mean? It's not too long. It's very personal. However you want to do it. It can even just be a short email that says, thanks for signing up. Do you have any questions? If you want it to be short like that, be my guest. Template name. I'm going to say that this is the first time home buyer intro email. That way you know that this says it in the email that is for first time home buyers. If you want to put this as a intro email with about, the qualifications, then just take out where it says, first time home buying. That way you can reuse this email, like I was mentioning. But basically this subject line is going out to the client. This template is so you can find it later. And the name of this is what's going to show up on your campaign. So as you're going down, you'll be able to read. I just copy either the template or subject back over here. You don't have to type so much stuff out. From agent to the contact, you can run this immediately, or you can choose when it's going to go out. The reason I don't always do immediately is because no one's going to immediately make this whole email, right? So you want to make sure that if it's a long email, maybe give it some time. If it's a video you're recording, give it some time so they think that you're just personalizing it to them. If you're with someone or you're talking on the phone with them and they sign up on this link and they get something automatically, they're gonna know it's automated. So I just like to give it some time. So maybe you want to put like minutes, 30 minutes. You could do that, or you could just put it for run immediately. Run immediately is gonna send it right away. There is a problem with the campaigns as to like what time is it sending. It goes based on your office hours. So if you go back to, let me see, if you click on profile, you can see, no. If you click on offices, you'll see that it has the hours of operation here. So like my office is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So sometimes my campaign will turn on at 8 in the morning. You'll be emailing and texting people. So that's a problem for you. Don't do campaigns. Just send your own emails out. You can just sort of like create the templates or just do a newsletter and just have like information for first-time home buyers and different types of buyers in your newsletter, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I had to say that. So save changes. So we're going to save that email. And there you go. You just have your campaign built with the first email. So now I'm going to go to the chat and it's going to keep helping me. I'm going to say a shorter follow-up email with a question. I want to ask them a question. A lot of the emails should have a question, so you can prompt a response from them. I like to have the question at the end. So I'm just going to say shorter and question as last sentence. Let's see. Continue your home buying journey. I want to touch base and see how your search is going. Are you excited about finding your dream home? If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help you. P.S. Is there anything specific that you like to discuss further? I'm all ears. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to use it, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to paste it. I'm going to erase all of this. I don't like that very last sentence. That was not needed. I'm going to leave this right here. If you have any questions or need further assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help. Maybe I'll just take that. Maybe leave it. Maybe I'll leave it. You just want to, the point is you just want to have a question in there. That way it prompts a response. So I'm going to go back, do the subject line in the subject. Take out that. And I think you are starting to get the idea of how I was able to create all of these different campaigns using the chat, how you can create one. I have different ones that I've created for VA. I have ones for military relocation professionals because you want to let them know, hey, I'm certified. Regular VA campaigns, just letting them know about their VA loan. Every campaign should be specific for what they signed up for. So that is the beauty of this, is creating a funnel and actually going through and providing them with relevant information. You can also add content in here. So if you already have a home buyer's guide, you can add it using the advanced editor. I'm going to copy this text because what happens is when you click the advanced editor, it's not going to save, normally it doesn't save, the text. So I'm going to copy that to go into the advanced editor. And then I'm going to add a button. Okay, this button, you can say download first time home buyers item now. Okay, you can put the link right here to your home buyer's guide and then they can just download it and just make sure that your contact information is on there. And there you go. So you can put the link. You can change the color. So if you have a brand color in your email signature, you want everything to match, you can change the fonts. size, letter spacing, whatever you want to do. Okay, you can customize it. Save template. So there you go. Now they can just say, "Oop, download the guide." You could say follow the template name, follow up email, first time home buyer. You can be more organized with this. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but I just want to show you how to do it. So days, I'll probably put day 1. So like the next day, it will send this. You can also do a text message. So first of all, do you see the name? This is the name. So right here, where it says name, this is what's showing up here. So you know what this email is about. You could say right here, download my buyer's guide. So that way you know that this is the email where they can download that. But anyhow, so text, you can add a text. Again, remember about the smart number. So if you're going to set up text messages in your campaigns, just make sure that you either purchase the smart number, or what you can do is add a text signature. So already kvCore has updated their text system where now they put like your name exp at the end of like the first message, and it also says to unsubscribe, say stop or something like that. So that sucks because sometimes when people see that, they know that it's kind of like an automated message. So like unless they know you, sometimes they'll say stop. So that's why I try to refrain from adding text if you don't have the smart number. But you can add like a message that says you can reach me on my cell phone. So I'm just gonna say, hey, thanks for signing up to learn more. And as a matter of fact, we're going to use a chat. See, this is what I've learned, is that you can use the chat for basically anything. I'm going to say text message to a first time home buyer lead, welcoming and asking if they have questions or would like to be pre-approved. And I'm gonna say short because it will tend to rant. Hi, this is Alyssa, real estate professional. Welcome to the exciting world of home buying. Do you have any questions or would you like to get pre-approved? I'm here to assist you. So if you don't like that text message, again, you could say again, send me another one. And then you can, if you like that one, or you can just take what it gave you and make it your own, like kind of just make some edits. So I'll say, hey, I'm not going to put their first name. You don't want to put that here because the text will not read like the email does. It's Alyssa, your friendly real estate expert. Just want to reach out and say, welcome to the world of home ownership. Do you have any burning questions? Do you have any questions or are you ready to get pre-approved? Let me know. I'm here to make your home buying journey a breeze. So right here you can put, again, kvCore automatically puts your name in EXP. So maybe you could just put contact me on my cell for faster service or communication. And then you can put your phone number, something like that. That way in the text message, they know that this is not your phone. Again, if you don't buy the personal smart number and they get a text like this and you don't put your number, they may try to call you and you may not get that call. So there you go. Template name, you could say intro text, first time home buyer, and you could actually put first time home buyer first. And then say intro text. I'll show you what I mean. That way, when you're going through all of your first time home buyer emails, they're all like listed together. Intro text. And then I could name this that. Or you could just say intro text from agent. And then days, let's say 2. You can also, what tends to happen is sometimes the emails will go to spam. especially if you are using your EXP email, and that's another reason I recommend you use a personal, or if you don't send emails often, there's just like a few reasons why it might go to spam. In this message, this text message, you could use this to let them know, like, hey, I sent over an email yesterday. I was wondering if you received it. Something like that, along the lines of like, go check your spam in case you didn't get my email, because you want to make sure that they are getting these emails. And then I'll just say, by the way, you have any questions? All right, so I'm going to save that text. So I'm going to stop there because you get the idea of how ChatGPT can help you to create a specific type of campaign, right? And it's all going together, right? We made the page on the website that we put connected to the landing page. Once they come on the landing page, they're going to get taken to that page, and then they're going to start getting communicated with through the campaign. And we're creating sort of like a funnel, and we're using the chat to make our life so much easier. Okay, so there's that. One more thing, blogs. I'll touch SEO briefly. Blogs, basically go to your web and IDX, click on blog, and here you're going to want to create blogs. I didn't meet a lady. My friend told me that she met a lady at like a conference, and she did like 30 blogs in like 2 hours using the chat. Because you know all the agents are talking about the chat, right? And now you can see why. And that was crazy because 30 blogs takes a very long time. You know, like no one wants to do that, but that goes to show how quickly this chat can help you achieve some of your goals. 30 blogs is a lot. That's going to help her with her SEO. So she's creating blogs about her area, and she's becoming like a hyper local agent. And all her blogs are about living in Orlando, the best areas for families in Orlando. And I'm creating all these blogs about Orlando. When people go and Google that, guess where they're landing? On my website. Guess what happens when they land on your website? Now they're going to contact you. Or they're going to sign up and you're going to be able to contact them. That is the whole goal of this. So you're just going to click on add post. You can schedule out your posts. So if you want to, create these blogs, but have them coming out like every week or every month, you can do that. That way you don't have to worry. They're just like automatically posting, or you can just upload them all right now so you have them ready. What I was going to say is that you can also use these blogs as posts for Facebook, right? You can say, check out the new blog on my website where I talk about this, and now you're driving them to your website and they're going to see all these other blogs and all these other information, all these other pages with information. So you can definitely use this as a way to stay on top of your, Facebook, right? Every week you do a blog. It's something that's consistent. Something that your people can look forward to, right? So let's say I want to do a blog post. So I'm going to come here. I'm open another chat. You don't have to do this, but I'm doing it so we don't get confused. I'm going to say real estate blog ideas, because I don't even have ideas for the blog. Real estate blog ideas for Orlando real estate website. I don't know, something like that. It's going to give me some ideas, and then I'm going to tell the chat, give me the blog for this, right? So I'm going to just stop generating because we're not going to do all of these. Right here, I'm going to copy this one, the top 10 neighborhoods in Orlando, a comprehensive guide. So I'm going to say, give me the content for this blog topic, or just blog. I don't have to get too specific with the chat, but I like to talk to the chat so it knows what I want. Title, the top neighborhoods in Orlando, a comprehensive guide. So I'm going to paste that title right here. And then There's also a source code for this. So if you want to ask it to give you a code to make your blog page look better, you can. You can add photos. So I'm gonna so there you go. It gave me all of the neighborhoods, right? And this is accurate. I live here, so I know. I'm gonna say give me an HTML code with photos. I want to say no, I'm gonna say photos. That's gonna be a little too advanced. You can get specific and say like circular photos. So like, you can do like these different types of codes that will make your website look different. So like instead of just uploading basic photos, the code you can apply to your website and it will it will change the formatting and the look of it. And I'll touch on that a little bit just so you have an idea. So I'm going to keep generating. If it stops and you're like, that's not the whole page, just click on continue generating, because the chat is thinking. It's not perfect. It can only handle so much in its brain, just like us. So there we go. So I got it. I see a problem here because there's a style code right here. This code I know might give me a problem when I copy this in. Let's see what happens. I'm going to click here. I'm going to paste this code. And there we go. So normally the style code will go in the website settings. I know it's a little confusing. Why does the code need to be in a different section of the website when it's for this page? But basically there's a section of the website where you need to put the code. You're going to see this when I send you guys some codes and I'm going to tell you where to put it. But basically in the header and in the body, this is where you're going to need to put some of those style codes. So let's see if I put this code right here into, and I'm sorry if you guys did not come here for coding. If you don't want to do this, if this is too much, you can just copy and paste it in the neighborhoods exactly the way it was. And just disregard all of this, but very quickly I want to show you. So there it is. I'm going to leave that there and then I'm gonna come over here. I believe it's in the header where I put the style code, pretty sure. I'm gonna press save. I'm gonna publish this now. The one thing that it doesn't do is put the photos for you because the chat does not have access to photos. So you will have to go and find your own photos, which I will show you how to do that. So I'm going to open this up. And you can also tell the chat not to put a style code if you don't want to have to worry. See, like it's giving me a problem right now. Maybe I did it wrong. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna just take it off. Sometimes you might have to put the code in the body. But I'm just gonna take off the code. Publish now. Let's see if it changed. So it also tells you how many people viewed, which is pretty darn cool. How is it doing? Let's see. Sometimes it takes a while to load, like I told you guys. So Lake Nona, I'm gonna go and find a photo of Lake Nona while I wait for my page to load. So this is Lake Nona, beautiful community here in Orlando. I'm going to save this image and then I'm just going to upload it. So right here, upload. And if you're doing your own blog right now, that's amazing. Look at you. It's not working. So let's see, maybe I could put the code. So if I just click this, copy image address, maybe I can put it here. There you go. And then you can just resize it. So you just go like that. You can also resize it by clicking here and you can just do like 300. And that way it'll make it tiny for you. And then you can just make it bigger if you want to. Like that. And there you go. Now you can start to add photos. So I'm not gonna add all of the photos. Just because I don't want to waste your time if you kind of get what I'm doing here. Let's see if it worked. There's still some code there. See if I can fix that. I might just have some issues with my code on my website because I'm not meant to do code. It's just the chat has given me these capabilities where I think I could do anything. So I will have to fix this. I don't know why it's showing up this way. Let me just, I'm gonna take all this out and I'm gonna tell the chat not to give me a style code so we don't have to be so in depth with it. No style code, just HTML. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for that. So now it's gonna take out that code that we had to put on a different section of the website. It's just gonna give me something basic, which is fine too. I'm just gonna copy this. And just wait for it. Yeah, so that's the thing about code is you have to mess with it. So like when I was doing my website, I had to play with it a lot in order to figure out like how to remove that search box and how to add this MLS here and add these buttons here. So yeah, it's a little pain in the butt. Let me see if it finished. Here we go. All right, that's better. I'm sorry about that. Let's put that here. Publish now. Let's see if it fixed my page. No, it's still coming up that way. So yeah, this must be something that happened when I was creating my website and updating it. So I'm gonna have to go back through my code and check. But if you're creating a page right now, you should not see this happening. You should just see like a perfectly good. Yeah, see, it's not working. You should see your blog uploading. And again, I'm sorry for that. Let's see what else. So I guess you kind of get the hang of it, right? So you just go here. You want to make sure that you choose your topics. If you need help choosing topics, the chat can help you with what you should be creating blogs about. So like if I go back, it gave me other blog ideas, 10 things to consider before buying a home, exploring the Orlando housing market, Orlando investment properties, where to find the best deals, stuff like that. So I can create all of these different topics for my blogs and you can schedule it out. Alrighty. So SEO. So SEO, again, I'm going to go back to WebIDX and I'm going to show you the SEO service areas. So these are, again, the keywords with the commas, and you can put it on your custom pages. You can put it on your service areas. You can put it, that's it. With this, you can ask the chat to give you the keywords. So there are some rules for SEO that I recommend you do some research on. Because I'm not an SEO expert, I do understand the basics of SEO, and that's why I'm teaching it to you. But if you want to be very specific about your SEO and be really good on the rankings, stuff like that, then I would hire a company that can give you the keywords. Because what happens is there are different popular words. So like right now, there might be a trending Google search for hometown heroes because it's a new program that just opened to first-time home buyers, for example. And that might not be a trending keyword in a couple months. Maybe it might be investing in Airbnb or something like that. So you want to stay up to date on what's trending for your keywords so that your website will be up there when stuff goes trending. If I hope that makes sense. So, but for the basics for now, what I like to do is like this sort of like basic words, just so it helps a little bit. And you can do that by a couple different ways. So there's SEO Planner, Google Planner, I can find it. Where are you? I think this. Right here. Here you can add, let's say, like I said, Auburndale is a community with lakes, a chain of lakes, right? A lot of and my mother-in-law lives here, that's how I know that. A lot of the homes are lakefront and people buy boats and jet skis and they go and they travel through these canals. And that's what a lot of people live there for, go there for, or buy homes there. So I'm going to do discover new keywords and I'm gonna just type in Auburndale. And I'll send you guys this link. Auburndale chain of lakes. Chain of lakes. So there's different ways to say that. Winter Haven. Well, I'm just going to take off Winter Haven because we're talking about Auburndale real estate. So you can do it specific to that area. So I'm just putting Auburndale. It's giving me all of these different keywords, right? So I can click on these words. I can go in and choose like the ones that I want. And then you can open up a document and you can paste them on here. And then you can get them all, together in a comma. So basically the keywords have to be separated by a comma. And that's why we have to open up the doc, because we need to be able to do this and put a comma. So this is how I did my SEO keywords. I have a whole document of like basic SEO that I can send to you guys. Let's see. If you scroll down, here's all the SEO keywords. And what I do is I just change it for each area. So I'll go through, make this bigger so you can see what's going to happen. This says San Clementine is the area of this agent I was helping. So I'm going to go to find and replace. And I'm going to say, find San Clementine and replace it with Orlando. I'm going to replace all. So it changed all of the words. So now these keywords I'll use for this area for Orlando, right? Let's say I had Orlando, and then you can do it again and do Auburndale. And that's how I've gotten all of these keywords. There's probably hundreds here, and I just changed the location for each one and I've added them to each area. So I'll send that to you guys, but that is how you can use it for SEO. You can use the Google Planner or you can use the chat. So you can tell the chat, give me SEO keywords separated by comma. And I'm going to tell it specifically, give me 100 keywords separated by comma for real estate in Orlando. And let's see if it does it. Nope, it's not doing it by comma. I'm going to say separated by comma. And still not doing it. I'm going to tell it not numbered. Listed by comma. You got to kind of communicate with it and let it know what you're asking. So now you can see it put it at comma, right? So I actually should have did Auburndale because we're doing Auburndale as an example, but that's fine. I just wanted you to see. So you're just going to copy all these words and paste them into your service area, right? And that's how you'll do that. If you're doing a custom page, then I'm gonna tell the chat to tweak for first time home buyer. Oops, really wrong. Okay, so now you can see it says Orlando real estate for first time home buyers, affordable homes in Orlando, first time home buyer programs in Orlando. So I'm going to take all of these keywords and I'm going to put it on my custom page. So anywhere you see a section for your SEO and keywords, this is what it's talking about. Like it's asking you for the keywords, which I'm going to put here. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to copy it. Once it's done, I'm just going to take that. I don't want to waste your time. This is a lot already. So I'm going to click it, copy it, paste it over. And there you go. Now you have SEO on your page. So this can help if anyone is Googling, first-time home buyer programs in Orlando, they're going to land on my page. I'm going to want to make sure I go back to this page and have programs that are available for first-time home buyers, have the qualifications, and make this page better before I share my landing page. All right, so we went over all of that. I do want to mention, I'm just going to take this short period of time to let you guys know again that I help agents with kvCore. So I have coaching, pricing here. I can send you guys all of this in the email as well. kvCore does charge $250 an hour for coaching. And you can see that when you go into the marketplace. I can show you that too. And then campaigns, these are all the campaigns I have, different services. Funnels, accepted payment, contact me. So this was all part of my little presentation I had for you. I am going to send you a link to leave a review for my class, because I am going to start hosting classes pretty consistently, as well as doing the setups for you guys. So that is that. We did a lot. We covered a lot. Thank you guys for joining. I'm going to open it up now for any questions, or if you have any feedback to give me, now would be the time. If you want to just raise your hand, and then that way everyone doesn't start talking at once. If you don't have any questions and you want to hop off and enjoy your day, go ahead and do that. I'm going to work on getting this recording sent over to you and this email full of all these tools that's going to help you guys. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Let's
Hey, Alyssa, I don't know how to-
Hello?
Alyssa, how did you, I'm sorry, it's echoing. I thought that was somebody else. How did you get the ChatGPT to embed the photos in the blog post?
So the chat doesn't actually do that. I had to manually go and add it, because the chat doesn't have a library of photos or anything like that. It will, if you tell it to, give you like this, like a photo like section. Let me go back to the code. Right here where it says image SRC, it'll give you like a code for it. So all you have to do is come in here and put the URL right in between these parentheses right here. This is always where you're going to put the URL to the photo. So you have to go find the URL and then paste it right in there.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Yes, you will have access to this video for as long as you live. I will give you guys access to my Google Drive link directly to that album, so you'll have it. I also have other webinars that I've done that I can share with you guys, just because I'm so grateful for you guys being here, supporting me, spending time with me. Let's see what other questions we have. Can you edit the boost? The period of boost of your price just changed. I don't think you can edit the price of the boost once you've boosted it. Maybe they might update since it's coming from the MLS. I'm not too sure. The source code for the page. It's hard for me to go back now because we're like done. Yes, I will be sending it out to you. Got it. Yeah, that's it. Does anybody else have any questions while you have me here? Adiel?
Hi, yeah. I was just wondering, how much do you charge for kvCore coaching, like one-on-one?
So it's $100 an hour. Let me show you real quick, because kvCore charges $250 an hour. So I want to show you so you don't think I'm lying to you. Let's see. So it's $150 for 30-minute Zoom. With me, you get a one-on-one Zoom meeting. I charge $100 per hour. It is a recorded video, and if at that time you would like to set up, I can set it up with you while we're on. Or if you just want me to show you, we can do that too. But we can get a lot done in an hour. You'd be surprised. I mean, look at how much we covered in the hours I've been with you. And again, you'll have this video recorded, sent back to you when you do come to me for coaching. I'm gonna add on the email all of my services in case you had any questions about that, because I don't want to like keep repeating it. So I'm gonna send you my link. You'll have all my services there for you to go over. Is there any
I-
other questions? Yeah.
I have another question.
Okay.
Not since you're so good with ChatGPT, will you also be doing like separate coaching with that in the future?
Yes, I am gonna be doing, I'm using ChatGPT forever. I use it for so many things, so I think that I will do more coachings with it in the future, especially for any classes that I'm going to do with like social media marketing, how you can be using it for that. That'll probably be the next class that we do.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Also, I want to let you know this information that you're giving us is pretty valuable. I really appreciate you doing this.
Thank you, of course. So this is the reason I charge for this class, is because I see the value that I bring. For anyone who's still listening, I started 2 years ago in real estate. And right away I just kind of learned kvCore and started offering it as a service, and it really helped me get by financially. As a mom with 4 kids, and I wasn't working, I was just doing real estate, but starting off in real estate is not easy. So again, thank you for those that signed up and were here today supporting me. And again, I'm here for you if you guys need anything. So thank you for that. Any other
Thank you very much.
questions?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lisa,
thank you.
sorry, I missed I was got busy on a call. I just wanted to check that will you be sharing the notes from today's session? So we have some reference material on all the topics you covered and some screenshots maybe or something of that sort.
Yes, I am actually going to take the time to compose something that you guys can look back and reference. First of all, I'm going to clip down this video, label them for you into sections. So when you're going to create a landing page, you have the video for that. When you're
Right.
going to create, stuff like that. And then also I am going to send in an email all of the codes that I mentioned, any notes that I mentioned as well. Yes, I will send everything to you guys. You'll have full access.
Okay, that's great. Thanks, Elise.
You're welcome. Any other questions while I'm here for you? I do see one thing. While I'm here looking inside of Marketplace, you see right here where it says Facebook business page linking. I kind of skipped over because I was trying to get through the whole platform before I went into ChatGPT. And I didn't want to keep you guys all day. So, but you do want to make sure you link your Facebook business page. That way, when you are boosting properties, it is coming from your business page. Otherwise, it's just a Facebook ad that'll take them to your website. If you do it from your business page, it'll run the ad from your business page. So I hope that helps. Make sure that you link it. It doesn't cost anything to link it. You just need to go into the marketplace, link your ads to Facebook Message or Facebook Business, and then you will have to log in there. I'm glad I caught that. Anything else?
Can we reach out to you by email if we have any questions along the way?
Yes, of course. Okay. Thank you. So Amy, I will get back to you on that. If no one else has questions, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Is there any more questions? I don't want to get off until everyone feels comfortable. I want to make sure that, now's your chance. If you're still here, if you have a question, something that has been bothering you, anything. Oh. Alrighty, well, I'll let you guys go. You have an amazing weekend. Again, thank you for joining. Look out for that email. I will be working on it over the weekend, so no later than Monday, you will have that. So just enjoy your weekend and I will talk to you soon. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Alyssa. It was really good.
Thank you,
Really,
Amy.
really impressed.
I'm gonna message you. Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. I emailed you as well.
Okay. Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye,
That was great.
Ann. You're welcome.
Bye.